sack, another strip sack. He continues his push to the Defensive Player of the Year award. Up next, the New England Patriots. With today's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the sheep sleeps tonight. Oh, in the jungle, the quiet jungle, the sheep sleeps tonight. Oh,
It just isn't the same without the lion. Join the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance today. Visit sdzwa.org.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Thursday, November 14th, 2024. Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr. The Travis and DeMarco Show is on for your Thursday. And yes, last night at Crypto.com Arena, let's not talk about the fact that the Grizzlies didn't have Ja Morant. Ja Morant, as I like to say. We won't talk about that. Lakers win, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, Jack. Even our own very own George Sedano interviewed LeBron after the game on ESPN, and LeBron complimented his sneakers, which happened to be LeBron sneakers. We'll recap, plus Thursday Night Football, which means we're closer to Sunday morning as the Rams, defeated and beaten up, try to take it out on the Patriots. Plus, USC men's basketball won last night. They're 3-0, and the Kings unfortunately dropped to the Avalanche. Come on, go Kings, go. Let's get to it. The Travis and DeMarco Show on this Cosm Ticket Thursday. Keep listening for details. Kicks off right now.
Yeah,
Connect
that's a lot
four.
of stuff right there.
Connect 4.
Beaten and defeated.
Yes.
That felt gratuitous.
Will Ja Morant return?
that felt very gratuitous by Morales right there.
Yes, well, they are kind of beaten up a little bit.
They were recently defeated.
Outsped, outthought, outran, beaten.
After a 3-game win streak, which he refuses to acknowledge.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
There's always extenuating factors, right?
Yes, give me something for Connect.
You doing all right over there?
I am. I'm doing better. Thank you for the Tums. And why the heck do you have a 7 p.m. tip?
Well, that's when they play.
I mean, come on, dude.
Hey,
Make that earlier.
Sometimes there's 7:30 tips.
Dang. That's what happened. I had to stay up later, and I got off my diet, my plan, and now I'm paying for it.
What did you violate your rules with?
Salt and vinegar chips.
Oh, how
they
many?
were so good.
I mean, okay,
the
those
family,
are good.
the family bag.
The whole thing?
People taco.
Just about.
Oh.
No, we didn't have white people taco night.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
You had an audible?
No, we basically had a BTS little groupie session in the house.
Okay,
yeah, a bunch of my daughter's friends.
The K-pop thing, BTS?
The K-pop thing,
Okay.
smooth like
And
butter.
they don't like tacos?
Nope. We had Korean food.
Okay.
Yeah, so lots of kimchi, lots of rice for me.
Yeah.
And then salt and vinegar chips to end the night.
That's kind of a little bit of a bomb that you were making in your stomach.
And then straight to bed. And it went off this morning on the way into work. But we
Kimchi
won't talk
and
about
salt
that.
and vinegar chips is a choice.
I mean, it was so good, though.
You
Oh, my
know,
God.
I like both of those things. I don't know, but look, you do you.
Yeah,
And, but
they
you
had
have to pay
barbecue.
the price. Chevron was your friend earlier today?
Chevron, the P1 stall down there, the one up
Oh,
here.
there's that dicey.
I was yelling at people on the freeway, move. This is when you
That's
start to
never a
hate
great
people.
day.
We have too
Yeah.
many people here.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you have the moment where you're like, okay, is there a place? Can I get to the side of the road?
I
Did
was
you have
scouting.
that moment.
I was scouting, except I was on the what do you call the metro, the express, the
carpool lane thing.
So I'm in the one lane. There's nowhere to go. It's all cement.
Oh, you're pinned in.
I'm right there. Yes.
You are
so
pinned in. Well, glad
now
you're
I know
here.
why Cap says the underpants thing. I get it.
It's like a safety net.
Of
it's like
course.
doing the, you just.
I was almost to the point, but I made it though.
I'm
Be
glad you made it
prepared.
here.
Boy Scouts, right?
There you go.
I'm glad you made it, and I noticed that you did not take down your cereal this morning like you typically
No,
do.
it's over there. I'll get to it. But I need something for Connect besides Connect 4.
Why?
Because every time he makes a shot, we were yelling Connect 4, and I'm like, this is getting old. Give me something else.
Go ahead.
Connect, anything.
The French
Internet,
connection.
The French connection, the plug,
Is
the
he
hookup.
French?
I don't know. think to say connect.
Yeah.
Connect, yes. The hookup, the plug, that's a connection. No.
The plug. Okay.
The plug. The microwave, but that's been taken.
I'm gonna need him to be good more than one night. But you got to earn your nickname, right? He had a great night last night.
He won that game for them last night.
LeBron won the game for them last night, but
without,
he was important.
Without Connect, they don't win.
He was
yeah.
without
it's
LeBron,
a wasted triple-double.
LeBron, they don't have a team.
You don't have a shot.
Yeah,
I know,
so
and you needed every one of those assists and rebounds. It was amazing.
Yeah. Look, Dalton Connect was great. What, 5 for 5 from the 3-point line?
Energy,
last night?
man. Remember Vinny the Microwave Johnson?
Of course.
Yeah. Do you remember that guy? Jorge, see, I said the microwave. He doesn't know.
Yeah,
microwave was a guy named Vinny Johnson for the Knicks. Pistons would come off the bench and all of a sudden score 22 points in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, that's what Connect gave him. Yes,
easy. Look, Vinny Johnson did it for a very long time.
For that one game against the down Grizz.
I like to make sure that you got to earn these things. He was good last night. He was very good last night. You said something that I'm with you on.
What?
Nothing should start. Everything should start at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Everything.
100. Yes.
Or earlier. Earlier is fine. You want to do it at noon? I'm your man for noon as well. Anything past 5 o'clock, you're asking a lot from me.
Especially when you have kids.
Yeah,
it messes up everything.
Anything.
Yes. 7 p.m. for us is we're starting bedtime stuff.
7:30.
Yes.
And sometimes you get those TNT games where they'll push it 10 or 15 minutes. You sometimes don't get a tip till 7:40, 7:45.
Screaming at the TV, "Shut up, Charles. Let's get on. Let's play the game."
Imagine being on the East Coast, guys.
I know.
That stuff is crazy.
I don't care.
I lived in Texas for almost a couple of years, and that's not quite the East where that's Central. No. When does the game start? Oh, it starts at 9 o'clock. Get out of here. We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
9 o'clock? That's no.
I guess your life is different on the East Coast, though.
I mean,
because you are 3 hours ahead. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
probably just don't watch the game.
You stay up later. People stay up later on the East Coast.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
I think that's just normal
how
they do
who
things.
wouldn't be staying up later?
Me and you, no doubt.
No chance. Did you look up the moon thing that you talked about?
Moon?
Yeah, so retrograde starts in a week, so it's not retrograde's fault.
Something going on our show. You've got a little stomach issue going on.
But mine is fixable, though.
Yeah.
Just don't eat late. But yeah.
Well, I mean, sure. You had a car thing. I had a car thing.
Mine is fixable too. It's just gonna cost.
It's just gonna. You're gonna have to skip dinner for a month.
Yeah. Wow. Travis is fixable.
Yeah. You were on the freeway going 20 miles an hour?
23 miles an hour. My gas pedals all the way to the floor, and my car is barely moving.
Nothing coming out. Wow.
Going 20 miles an hour on the freeway is really scary.
That is.
It's
what
really
lane
scary.
were you in?
On the slow lane. I had to.
You were already there?
Yeah, well, I was getting into the freeway.
Oh, okay. Lucky you.
I had to stop by and get some stuff, and then I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go back in the freeway. As soon as I'm getting on the ramp, once you finish the ramp and you're on the freeway, you're trying to gas so you can catch up to speed.
Nothing.
My car just decided, not today, dude, not anymore. I'm done. And it just kind of sat back, and the fastest I was going.
You had the family in the car too, right?
Oh, no. Oh, well, this sucks that happened, but thank God you were in that lane.
So luckily I was 2 exits away from where I had to be.
Yeah.
And then from there, like another maybe 5-10 minute drive. I was just hoping the car would have shut off.
Did you go into like dad plan mode? Like if it shuts down here, what am I going to do?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple gas stations, and then there's like the sides of the road, but it's pretty dark.
So if your car breaks down with your family, do you pull over and do you go and leave them there? Or do you take everybody with you?
I think I would leave them there, call like a tow truck or something, and maybe stay with them. Okay, so here's what I would do as I think this through. Car breaks down, and it's nothing that if it's not a flat tire.
We're Jorge.
Beyond a flat tire, I can't fix it.
Right.
Okay? I'm calling AAA.
Yep.
Hey, we're here, and then I'm going to chill until the tow truck guy's there.
Okay.
I think that's
with the fam.
With the fam.
What if you could see the gas station?
I think I'm still going to stay
You're still going to stay there? Okay.
I think so.
Smart.
What'd
you do?
No, I stayed.
You stayed there?
I still drove where I had to be, and then once I got there,
Oh, you just kept plugging?
Yeah, I mean, I can move.
Hazards on?
The hazards on, and then my engine light is flashing. So, by the way, when your engine light is flashing, I was reading that it's an immediate stop. Everything you're doing,
it's supposed to. That is the one thing. It's like, okay, turn the car off and move on.
Right.
Now, I've never, ever met anybody that's followed that rule.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fine.
You changed my life today, though.
It's probably something silly.
I'm 10 minutes away from my folks' house. I'm thinking, hey, if I can make it there, I'm going to let the car rest. I can have my uncle look at it real quick, but we don't have the scanner. We don't know what's going on with it as of yet. So
sorry, man.
Yeah,
but I will have more patience for people with hazards going 20 on the freeway. But if I'm behind you in this condition, you're going to get the horn.
Yeah, you're
going to get
you're
the
in a
horn.
specific space. Nobody chooses to go 20 on the freeway. That's like a really bad suicide attempt. That's like
I'll try to remember that.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
So one time my dad was in this situation in the Horry. It wasn't because his car just stopped. It's because he was being a little prideful and thinking he could get a little farther on the gas.
Oh.
And so he had run out of gas. And so he was traveling from Virginia to South Carolina for our family vacation. But in the car was only my youngest sister, Sarah. So it was my dad and Sarah, because I think Sarah had something that she was coming to vacation late. So my dad was driving her. They were middle of the night, because my dad is either early in the morning, middle of the night driver. And so he just wants no traffic. He is on 95 going south. Breaks down maybe half a mile, a little bit more from an exit. Car pulls over, and he has...
I don't like what this is headed. Go ahead.
Him and Sarah walked to the gas station and then got the gas and came back.
That's
Either way.
Okay. But what did you think was going to happen? He left the kid?
Yes.
Oh,
no.
That's on my go, because
you can't do that. Yeah.
I see the gas station's right there. It's a block away. I'm just
Yeah.
going to run down there and run back real quick. No, I'm with you, but I could see where somebody would
And
do
Sarah
that.
was like 8 at this time, too. So you're not leaving Sarah alone. But this is not the only time that's happened to my dad. My dad has happened multiple times where he thinks his gas tank will get him there, and it's not
Does
true.
he think the E on the tank is lying to him?
He's one of the guys.
Well,
He's like, oh,
it's
E,
just a suggestion.
E is 40 miles.
Until it's
You
not.
start shaking the car back and forth. Yeah.
No, the look, I get it. The light comes on.
Yeah.
You can get home wherever you are,
Yes.
as long as you're not 100 miles from home or
home.
50. Home.
Not home and then not fill up and
Right.
then try to go to work.
You need to at that point, before you do your next thing, you need to
Hit
put
the
gas in the tank.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yes. Scrape it
But
together.
my dad just is very much tests the boundaries of that.
I left a dude stranded, by the way.
A dude?
A dude.
That's okay.
It's the what is it? The 405 and the 105. That intersection there.
Okay.
He was right in the middle, and he was trying to push the car off to the side. Right. So no one was stopping. So
He's
I
in the
pulled-
middle of the freeway?
trying to get off.
Oh,
Right. So I
yikes.
pulled the car over. I had the family in the car. Right.
Yeah,
Wife,
yeah.
2 kids.
Yeah.
So I get out. I'm going to help the dude. So I start going. We start pushing it through a lane, and I look, and my car is now where his was, stuck in the
Just
middle
stopped.
of the freeway with my family in it. Sorry, dude. Good luck.
Yeah.
Back in the car. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
no
felt
good.
bad for a hot minute, but I think I did the right thing.
Yeah. Well, look, you
yeah.
went 98% farther than anybody. You
Okay.
actually stopped
I
and
stopped.
tried to
I
help,
tried.
and then realized that, look, I need to take care of these folks too.
Yeah, I'm like, there's my car. And how do I get back to my car?
Oh,
and they're in the middle of the freeway. No,
that's-
gotta go, dude.
The
Sorry.
freeway's unless you are also going 80 miles an hour, the freeway's a terrifying place to be.
No
What
doubt.
about you, Trav? Anything going on?
Pull out of the driveway this morning, turn, get onto not quite the main drag to the freeway, but
Yeah.
the road before the main drag, and the low tire pressure light comes on.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, it doesn't, because you can feel it. The car turns
It
weird. And all
dips
this
on
stuff.
you. Yeah,
it
yeah.
dips, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel it. So I hit the button to see what the pressure is, and it's flat.
0.
Not 0, but very close to
okay.
0. And I'm like, all right. So I turn around and go home, go back into the house.
You still can't feel it?
Where I didn't look like it, didn't feel it, nothing.
Way to go, Tesla.
So I go back into the house. I wake up Susan. I'm like, I'm taking the truck. See ya.
Wow, that's all you gave her?
She's like, what? I'm like, I need the keys. Give me the
Yeah.
keys to the truck.
Did you tell her that you
I
have
did.
a flat?
I said
Oh.
there's a flat, and we have
Okay.
my son's car is still here. He didn't take it to school.
Oh,
so
you got an auxiliary
there's
vehicle.
a third
Oh.
car that she could take to work,
okay.
which she did take to work.
I was
so
about to say, Trav, you left her with the flat
Hey, look,
and took off?
I work earlier than she does. She had time to go
Wow.
get it filled with air if she had to.
I might have to take your man card.
Yeah. No.
No, you told her there's an auxiliary
yeah,
car. But if you left her with the flat and took off, that's man card.
DeMarco, we talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
I do not like being late. I do not like being late. I'm okay with her being late,
I mean,
but
a
I'm
flat
not okay
you
with
can't
my
control.
No,
Wow.
no. I think it just needs I think it has a slow leak. Hopefully,
Catch
we get
a nail?
patch. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hate
maybe.
those.
Not a good deal. All right, let's talk about the Lakers. Let's talk about what they did. Talk about what LeBron did, and most importantly, talk about their coach because
Yeah.
you know he's doing this weird thing where he coaches his team.
He's coaching.
Let's do it next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
And it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Listen every hour as you get your tickets to join us tomorrow night at Cosm. You'll win a pair of general admission tickets to watch Minnesota, Sacramento in shared reality, unlike anything you've ever experienced. Plus, you can hang out with Beto Duran at ESPN LA in the hall as Beto broadcasts live Lakers pregame and post. How about that? A Cosm Ticket Thursday. Just listen for the cue to call. Be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN, and you win your way in on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Big news, Rams fans. Your favorite team added some new personnel. I'll cue up the announcement. Here we go.
With the next pick in the NFL draft, the Los Angeles Rams have chosen Jacob Ronnie as their chosen legal partner.
That's right. The Rams decided to call Jacob. So remember, Rams fans, when you're injured, call the chosen legal partner of your favorite NFL team. Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical, because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in the Hyundai Santa Fe with 1.99% APR for 72 months. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 2nd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey, it's Travis here for Prize Picks. You know Prize Picks by now, right? Pick more, pick less. It really is that easy. Why not take what is some of the best times of the year? You got baseball, basketball, football, hockey, everything you can think of, and make it even better with Prize Picks. All you have to do is pick more or less. And right now, you can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. There's a reason that Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so that your lineups stay in play even if one of your favorite players gets injured. And if your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup alive. So why not join Prize Picks? It is the absolute best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users, including me, and sign up today. Put in that promo code 710 when you sign up, and you're going to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all can play all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want razors, too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with the new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there? Taking bribes? Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah, and with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Nobody has had a vehicle emergency in the last 5 minutes? We
No.
made it. We're all good to go?
No.
As long as my car's not towed, then we're good.
Yeah, well, how long until you get it to the mechanic and they hit you with the bad news?
Well, I want to make sure. Okay, Brenda's cousins, they're mechanics and stuff. I'm hoping one of them has the sensor reader or whatever.
The computer?
So I can scan it and see what's wrong with it, and then from there determine which mechanic is the
What's
closest.
going on?
Can you fix cars?
Some.
Yeah.
I can change oil, change my brakes. I can do,
you can do brakes.
I can do some things, but when it comes to that engine light stuff, no.
Yeah, that's tough.
Take it to a mechanic,
Plus, I don't have the tools for that either, so it's...
Right. That's the whole thing.
The only thing I'm missing are the tools, the know-how, and the care.
That's pretty much everything, Travis. That's pretty much everything. Yeah.
That's all I got. All right, real quick, before we get to the Lakers specifically, most impressive thing you saw in the NBA last night. Giannis had 58.
Super impressive.
Okay. Took his team from 18 points down to lead them to a win. They're off to a terrible start this year, so they needed a win. So Giannis, 58. Wembanyama, who was dropped from another planet, had 50. Or LeBron James having a triple-double for the third consecutive game, and he's 186 years old.
Also, Wemby, fourth youngest person to do that feat.
Okay, so Giannis is a freak.
Yeah.
Anything he does doesn't surprise me. If he said you scored 100, it wouldn't surprise me.
100 would get, but I understand
That's
your point.
Wilt Chamberlain.
It's funny we were talking about it, was it yesterday or the day before, about 60-point games, not a lot, but 58.
Right.
Couple nights like, boom, there it is.
Would not surprise me at all if he does something phenomenal.
Okay, so he's off the list.
Wemby, it's a matter of time for him. At some point, he's going to realize no one can stop me out here.
We're getting close.
So that doesn't surprise me. But a triple-double, 3 in a row at this age, after what Steph just did, I mean, 36 used to be old. I don't think it's old anymore.
It is for most people, not for those guys.
Not for some athletes.
Brady and LeBron kind of fouled it up for everybody. Because Brady and LeBron, they're doing it. Yeah, but they're Brady and LeBron. That's so abnormal. Don't expect to come within 100 miles of that. I think Aaron Rodgers at 41 is a far more normal-looking 41-year-old quarterback that another when
But
Vince
even
Carter,
he's starting to drop off now at 41. That's what I'm saying. So he extended that. That run. So it's different, but. Doing this at this age, and like Steph looks exactly the same as he did in his 20s.
He really does.
Now, LeBron, is there anything that's changed about his game?
About his game?
Yes.
Yes, but it's still one of the best games.
It's still dominant.
Absolutely.
Yes,
but his game has changed a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, they all have to. I mean, I think he's, with all that basketball knowledge, you're going to change some.
And
but
he's not slow.
Nope.
But he's a little slower and he's not slow.
Yeah.
But he went from maybe one of the 5 fastest players in the league to no longer being one of the 5 fastest players in the league.
Fair. I mean, he's not getting out in transition and beating everybody down the floor.
Not every time.
He
picks his spots now.
Yes, he can still track you down, but he is still effective at that age. So from the list you gave me, LeBron, triple-double, 3 in a row, amazing. And you needed every single assist, rebound, and point to win that game.
35, 12, and 14 last night. Of the 11 triple-doubles, the 11 oldest players to record a triple-double in NBA history. Okay, the 11 oldest dates. LeBron James is 10 of them.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and 3 of them have come in the last 3 games. This is I get it. I get that people have certain feelings about LeBron James, positive, negative, somewhere in between. I get it. I'm not trying to talk you into becoming a LeBron lover or hater. It's fine. But come on, man.
Where do you keep all the stuff? Where do you keep all the trophies? I know, it's just amazing. It's another one for him, another milestone. This will never, ever be touched. When he's done playing,
like this. No,
his name will stay at the top of every list forever.
Well, this is, I think, that his case for the greatest player of all time. And it's a good case, as is Michael Jordan's, as is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's, as is Wilt Chamberlain's, right?
Yeah.
Take your pick. If you believe that any of those guys are the best player ever to play, okay, I'm listening.
Yeah,
no
argument.
Right. His case is, I've done stuff that's never happened before, and like you just said, will never happen again. You're never going to see another 40-year-old be one of the 5 best players in the league. You're never going to see that again.
No. It's Jerry Rice on the other side with numbers. His name will be there forever. No one's ever going to be able to match that. So, weird with him, though. If you were putting him in the Hall of Fame, do they do this for basketball? Do they have somebody induct you?
I think somebody. Yeah, I don't know if it's quite like football. I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
somebody,
they do. They have someone that announces it.
Someone announces that it's going to take forever if you go down the list of everything he's accomplished. It would take the whole show.
Just list the stuff that he has not led the league in.
Right. So
Yeah,
I have
that
parsed it
takes
this way.
30 seconds.
Between Jordan and LeBron, I would say this. I can't say Jordan is the best player ever anymore because LeBron is doing stuff that hasn't been done before. So I have parsed it this way. Tell me if you like this for the barbershop.
Okay.
Michael Jordan is the most talented player I've ever seen.
Okay.
LeBron is the best.
Yeah, sure. I don't agree with that, but I understand where you're going with
Where's
it.
the disagreement?
My thing is, I think Michael Jordan's the best player I've ever seen. I think LeBron James has the most miraculous career that I've ever seen.
So so here's my barber. My barber will do this. He's great at the devil's advocate. Then why didn't Jordan play this long?
Well, Jordan had, first of all, that's not the only argument,
But
right?
that's the one he comes up with.
That's fine. Jordan did not play as long, but Jordan had higher highs, and Jordan did not just stack a bunch of stats up. And not that LeBron has just stacked them up meaninglessly. Like his teams are always somewhere between excellent to pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's no wrong answer.
That's what I said. It's unanswerable.
Michael Jordan, I've never seen anything like that.
Me either. But he didn't. He's like Jorge in the microwave. He didn't see a lot of it. He's just, it's secondhand for, I'm trying to tell you, this guy's the best ever.
He was fantastic last night, and I hope people get to appreciate what it is that he's doing. But I think what's this Lakers season so far, it's the story of J.J. Redick. That LeBron is great is almost old news. Right, that Anthony Davis had kind of a clunker night last night until he hit a couple of big shots at the end. We're familiar there. Rui
Refs didn't help him though.
No, but Rui had a good night.
How about
D'Angelo had a bad night.
Yeah.
Like the story is what they're getting out of J.J. Redick. The story is watching him on the sidelines, and he's doing a thing that I think is a pretty hard needle to thread, which is he's incredibly active and engaged and present without it seeming performative. Usually when you see guys jumping around, it's like, dude, calm down. We know that's not real. Or they're just standing there watching it happen. It's like, dude, get engaged.
And he'll talk to anybody, not just the young
his
players.
entire team. Like he's incredibly engaged in the play-to-play, the moment-to-moment, guys coming in and out, and you need to be here and you need to be there. And you can tell
normal coaching.
It's hard coaching in a modern way. Like it's not the screaming and the yelling that we've seen in other places. It's really fun to watch him do his thing.
Coaching, and it comes off as a dig to Darvin Ham, or the guy that had the job before. I think you got so used to a guy not doing that when you see actual coaching, you go, oh,
yeah,
that's what it looks like.
It almost felt like Darvin, I don't want to say he was intimidated because I don't think it's intimidation, but it was almost like, I don't know how to do this with these guys.
I think Darvin trusted his guys too much.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to trust you to do the right thing because I know you know how to do it, but coaches and players, it needs to be coached out of guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to get people out of their comfort zones.
I don't know.
So it's like, I still trust you, but I need to coach you to get it done.
I mean, for example, at the end of that first quarter, I believe, when LeBron hit that buzzer beater, LeBron hits the buzzer beater, everyone's like, yeah, woohoo. But he comes off to the side.
Here it comes right here. It's literally on TV as you
is
speak.
it right now?
And
Bang,
JJ goes up to him, and he goes... He gets him and Connect and is pointing and talking to them both together. Yeah. And he's not celebrating this moment. He's saying, hey, here's how we can make this better. Let's work on this.
And he's animated.
Exactly.
Like, he's animated in it. And
he's not surprised the shot went in.
You know what I think is exciting?
What?
Is AD did not have his best night. He's in foul trouble, and he had one of those AD games. It's like, yeah, okay.
Rendered almost moot by the officials, but go ahead. That's a whole other thing.
Regardless of why, it was a quiet night for him. But you know what it wasn't? Towards the end, usually when ADs have one of those nights, kind of fades away. Like, it's just like you almost, and it's a weird thing to say about a player that's as good as Anthony Davis, and quite frankly, as big as Anthony Davis, that you lose track of him for long stretches of time. Like, he's out there. Should be impossible.
Right.
Last night, at the end of the game, he was very present. He knocked down those couple of shots.
Yeah.
He was good defensively. And usually when you got a bad AD game, it was a bad AD game. This was a bad AD game where he still had an impact at the end. And I think that J.J. Redick at least deserves some credit for that, keeping him involved.
But that is the best explanation I've ever heard for MVP right there, what you just said. Because he's good on the defensive end. He's great shooting the three. He's a great player in the paint. When they take away two of the three, you still find a way to be active and stay in the game and help your team. He did that, absolutely. Even when these stupid officials... I thought the Lakers were at home. Weren't they at home?
Yes.
That game was right here at Crypto. Where's Crypto? Over there, right?
Yes.
So it seemed like they were playing that game in Memphis last night with all the calls they got.
Well, it shouldn't matter where they are.
It was ridiculous.
I understand your point.
Come on. So even when he's out there, you can tell he's afraid not to give up the next foul.
He got in foul trouble, and that's always a weird
hate
deal.
that.
And this is where the Jackson Hayes piece comes back in, because he's expected to miss a week or two with his injury, and they're really thin at that spot without Hayes. And you saw what happened when AD's not there. But
even when he just can't do anything.
LeBron even took some minutes.
You're going to have to. That's what I'm saying.
You're going to have to. And LeBron can do it, periodically. You can't ask him to do that every night after night after night. He's just going to burn the rubber off his tires. But AD impacting the game. I can't remember the last time AD had a, air quote, bad AD game, and then at the end you're like, oh, thank God AD was there.
Right.
Like usually it's one of those nights, and you're almost like, all right, LeBron, it's up to you. Or Dalton Connect, or somebody else is going to have to step in. He stepped in, and to your point, I think that's the evolution of his game, the evolution of getting the right coach in the right place who keeps him engaged and keeps him involved in those moments, because AD at the end was good AD after not being good AD for most of the night.
I think this whole J.J. Redick experiment is going to turn out to be one of the best hires they've made, especially this new regime.
I really hope so.
I think it will.
It feels like it could be. It feels like
they're doing the right things.
They're doing that's it.
Yeah, they're doing the right things. But I don't know this, and you guys have talked about D'Lo way more than I have, so I'm catching up. How do you look at yourself in the mirror?
Let's talk about him next.
How do you do that?
Let's get out the mirror on the wall. That's coming up.
I've seen his hair. He doesn't have a mirror.
Okay, is it me? Am I the only one that I get a little George Washington vibe when he lets it down? It's like the
Just
guy.
saying.
It's like the powdered wig look. It's maybe he's a barrister in London. I don't know. There's a lot going on right there.
Oh my God!
All right, Trav DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Speaking of barristers,
yes,
let's talk about the law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
All-star team.
If you are hurt in an accident, this goes back several years. I've known Joe for a really long time. And when my son Bob was involved in an accident, he was a kid. He was like 17, 18 years old when he got in this little fender bender. And we called Joe, and Joe took care of everything because Joe knew how the insurance company was going to work. Joe knew the steps in this game. And having somebody that treated my family like family, the way that Joseph S. Normand did, DeMarco, it made me feel incredibly safe and secure.
Help you get the medical attention and maximum compensation you deserve. Did you get the max comp? Did you guys get out? You worked out with that. Okay, good.
Yep.
So accidents are devastating and the recovery process is difficult to deal with. No one should face it alone. Please don't do that. No insurance company is ever on your side. Remember that. Anything you say, any insurance company is going to use against you. So remember that and call Joe ASAP if you need him right now.
213-747-2000. 213-747-2000. Of course, you can go online at the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. If you are injured, if you get hurt in an accident, call Joe.
213-747-2000. Make sure to tell them Travis and DeMarco sent you.
Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum this Saturday as they take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Coverage begins at 11 a.m. with the Trojan Tailgate Show. Kickoff from the Coliseum at 1 p.m. Saturday's game is presented by United Airlines, and you'll hear all the coverage on 710 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app and KNX 1070 a.m. So when we go to Lakers basketball on 710 around 3:30, hear the rest of the coverage on KNX 1070 AM and the all-new ESPN LA app. That's this Saturday, USC Nebraska.
Black Friday savings start now at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. These are brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid SEO convenience for just $369 a month for 36 months. Plus enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Carden Alleyway Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or at CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. $369 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Includes 10,000 miles per year plus tax, license, and fees. Offer available to well-qualified buyers only. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 12/2/24.
Hon, I was doing our bills today and noticed something quite alarming. We're paying a ton of interest on our credit cards. We owe $20,000 on one with a rate of 24 and $15,000 on another with a rate of 29. The rate calculation is buried in the fine print.
Bob and Liz at the office told me they had the same issue, so they called the loan exchange. Bob refinanced and paid off $50,000 in credit cards, and Liz got a home equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hun, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Attention football fans, the season's heating up, and that means it's time for jaw-dropping plays, spectacular touchdowns, and memories that'll last a lifetime. So if you're looking to grab the best seats for all the excitement, Vivid Seats is your go-to playmaker. With an incredible selection of tickets and a game-changing rewards program, Vivid Seats is your ticket to every thrilling moment. Don't miss out. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today. And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
What song is this?
Mirror Mirror by Def Leppard.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
One, is this when the drummer had two arms or one?
Sure.
Did you know that? Yeah. I think this is earlier.
Now you're gonna make
Leopard.
me tell. Now you're gonna make me tell.
You got a leopard
the
story?
Terrible joke. No, it's a terrible joke.
What's the terrible
it's an
joke?
Old joke.
Go ahead.
Like I said, I don't have musical
Look at your
opinions.
turning red.
It's just because it's terribly
What's the
insensitive.
joke? Go ahead.
What has 7 arms and sucks?
What?
Def Leppard.
Oh my God, that's
Right?
terrible.
It's just-
That is horrible. How dare
that's
you?
What I mean, it's like, I don't even know if it's true. Right?
Did you
I
make
just-
that up or did
no,
you hear
of course,
it?
I have a music joke in my toolbox.
I'm just saying.
I don't
if
have
you,
anything.
If you're repeating that, that's even worse.
Have you guys tried that 5 penny when I told you the stuff?
No,
I
not yet.
wanted
cool.
to tell it
Yeah.
the other
Yes.
day, and I knew there were 2 cents and copperheads. I couldn't remember the.
There's a lot to that one, though. Yes.
I'll write it down.
I need a script.
Yeah.
I need a script.
So my BTS Laker watch party,
Yeah.
I could not figure out why the little girls were going nuts for Austin Reeves.
Do
Like
they
of all
they
people,
they like him.
I'm trying to explain to them like LeBron. They know LeBron, but what you're watching is special. See
Yeah, but
that
they
guy?
don't,
That's
I have a feeling they're not watching it for basketball technique.
But Austin Reeves a cutie patootie.
Is that what it is? But you know what it is? There's actually a billboard of him not too far from where I live.
Yeah, is
the
it
Lemon Daddy.
lemon lawyer or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that?
like the only other Laker they know. Like,
Yeah.
Austin Reeves! Well, I'm like, he missed again.
These are 10-year-old girls?
Yes,
Okay.
9 and 10.
9 and 10-year-old girls. Austin Reeves is probably, what, in his mid-20s? 24,
Yeah,
5?
26.
And that's a huge difference between the two, but LeBron is like their dad's age, right?
Okay,
Like I
well,
know you're a little
sorta.
older than that, but look, LeBron's way closer to you
He
than he
looks
is to
more
them.
like dad. He looks more like them. Okay.
Yes, so they can connect on that, and he's
He's a cutie patootie.
Is
He's
he?
a cutie pie.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron he's dishing, he's doing this. I'm
They-
like, look at that. That's basketball. Hits a shot. Austin Reeves!
they don't care about a pick and roll, DeMarco.
No, they should. If you're watching basketball, you should.
Who's the best tight end in football right now is playing? George Kittle?
Yeah.
Kelsey?
They're gonna like. I
take
was
your
saying they're
pick.
gonna like Travis Kelsey because he's with Taylor
That's
Swift.
the only one
and
they
care
know.
about her,
Yes.
him, and not about George
I
Kittle
have a
or
feeling maybe I'm
Jonnu
just
Smith.
going to pick something out here, like a movie, for instance.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm paying attention to that actor, and it has nothing to do with their performance in the piece.
Oh,
Like
definitely.
The Departed.
Yes.
You're gonna care about Leonardo DiCaprio even if
Right.
it's not his best.
I do that with movies, though. I was going to ask you, do you do that? I go back and watch the same movie I've seen a million times, but I watch something else in the scene.
Oh, sure. It's
Yeah.
got to be a movie I like, though.
Goodfellas. Remember the
Great choice.
Do you think I'm funny scene? Watch everybody around him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious because they had no idea he was doing that. It's so great. But anyway, go ahead.
No, that's the point, is that you sometimes are not watching a basketball game for the basketball. You might not be watching a movie to find out who did it.
Yeah.
You might be looking for other things.
Are you guys familiar with The Parent Trap, the Lindsay Lohan movie?
Yeah.
In theory, yes.
Okay, so Dennis Quaid plays her father, and as a kid, I was like, I love this movie. It's very nostalgic for me as a kid. Liked watching it. I saw myself in the Lindsay Lohan girls. Now that I'm older, that dad is so dumb. And also, what is this arrangement? That you're splitting up twins? Like,
yeah, it's a bad one.
One twin here, you're not going to think that they fall. And also, if you send your twin to a camp that might have another country come to this camp, you're like, hey, other person who has a child of mine that I birthed, are you sending your daughter to this camp? It's just like revisiting an old movie.
I think you're giving this more thought than it needs.
Is that the plot of The Parent Trap? They're twins and they split them up? Oh, okay.
But revisiting an old movie, you're like, I'm learning new things each time I watch. How stupid Dennis Quaid's character is.
So it's like that fake video I sent you yesterday where, that guy sees his girlfriend in that other dude's video and it's like, where are you, Texas?
Oh,
no, I'm
that
in Tennessee.
one.
Yeah,
Yes, dude with the long hair.
It's fake.
And one more
it's
thing.
Not real?
It's
they
not.
had
Come
me.
on,
Oh,
man.
wow.
What
okay.
judge would approve this? What judge would approve splitting up these twins to these parents and never seeing each other again? What's happening here?
You'd be surprised.
Emily, much like I have offered my services to any sort of sports movie that has any sort of sports scene, like, okay, no, not that kid or not that girl. Like, no, give me a new actor. Give me a new actor that can play catch.
Yeah.
You could be the family court consultant.
I'm going to break down. I can break down any Disney Channel movie. This is not a Disney Channel movie, but it did play on Disney Channel. And I can break down the logistics of why
I
this
need to go watch that. I want to see that one.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's cute.
But that makes sense.
It's a cute
I didn't
kids
know
movie.
that
Your daughter has never watched Parent Trap?
No,
Oh,
never seen Parent Trap yet.
That's about the right age for that.
Lindsay
right?
Lohan, we're trying to work.
She's a kid.
We're trying to work her back into the house, though.
Yeah, but Lindsay Lohan's like, what, 12 in this movie?
Yeah, she's literally introducing Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Also, Meredith Blake is the girl that's coming in. She's 25. Get your bag, sis. Like, she was the villain of the story. No, she wanted to marry a wealthy man with a winery who's good-looking, Dennis Quaid. Go off, queen.
Winery sounds fun. You got to hook me up at Vermeil. I want to go up
Let's
there.
go.
Let's go.
Be careful, though. That man can drink.
Dick can.
Oh, yeah. He's a wine guy.
Okay.
He's a wine
No,
dude.
I don't want to go empty his vats of wine.
Okay.
I want to sit around, sit around, maybe a fire.
Yeah.
Maybe we're having some wine.
That's what I'm
maybe
saying.
a snack
Next
here or
thing
there.
you know, it's 2 a.m.
That's okay.
And he's popped another one.
I'll do all right.
That's my dude, though.
Sounds like my house last night.
I did not know Austin Reeves was Cutie Patootie.
Yeah, sure.
I did not know that. Yeah.
Well, you're not good at this game. If you didn't know Jimmy G and George Clooney, you're not going to know Austin Reeves.
Well, George Clooney I kind of knew, okay? But Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm like, what? Really? Anyway.
Yes, really.
And
really.
you say, is Denzel attractive?
Yeah.
Yes, Denzel's
Yes,
attractive.
of course. Yeah. But my man, Gabe Vincent, 13 minutes and you gave us nothing. How is that possible in the NBA? If I give Travis Rogers 13 minutes in any NBA game right now, are you coming away with zeros?
Yeah, well, I'd be like a minus 600 on defense.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're going to jack up one that goes in, right?
Look,
run to the basket and throw it behind you.
This is why D'Angelo Russell is so important.
Why?
Because Gabe Vincent, and not just Gabe Vincent, but D'Angelo Russell is the third most talented player on this team. He didn't play very much last night.
Well, him I can't figure out.
D'Angelo Russell played, what do we got here? 20 minutes, okay? He was 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, but did not play very much, only played 20 minutes. He's out of the starting lineup. Clearly, J.J. Redick is not playing around with him.
I hope that gets to him.
I hope so too.
Me too.
But
yeah.
The Lakers needed a 40-year-old to do a triple-double. They needed their draft pick to not miss a three-point shot to escape with the win against the Ja Morantless Grizzlies team.
So the old man has to carry us again, and this new guy they just brought in saves the day, and I'm still D'Lo.
That's what I mean. And that's why Russell is always going to be given another chance, because he is talented. He is the guy that can come in there and give you 25. He can do that. And nobody – D'Angelo Russell on Friday night against the Spurs goes out there and scores 25 points. Nobody's falling out of their chair. It's D'Angelo Russell.
No doubt.
He can score 25. D'Angelo Russell goes out there and shoots a bunch of bad threes, and we saw him take some bad ones last night.
Yeah.
It's no surprise. But if the Lakers are going to go where we're hoping they're going to go, right now they're in sixth place.
Where are we hoping they go?
To the top half of the Western Conference. Get a top 4 seed. Get a chance to host a playoff round.
You're going to have to make moves.
Worst case scenario, avoid the play-in. Finish in the top 6, okay?
Right.
D'Angelo Russell either needs to get much better, and not even better necessarily, more consistent, or you got to find a way to dupe someone into taking him to get more pieces coming back the other way.
Good luck. Okay, so in your mind, if you think you're the third best player on this team, right?
He is the third best player.
And if you're looking
at
this roster and says, I'm the third best player, then how are you only getting 20 minutes?
But you're looking at it.
How is Connect getting more minutes than you?
DeMarco, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But
I'm talking to D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking to that ego. So if you're this guy, then why are you getting 20 minutes?
Because
versus a depleted Grizzly squad at home.
I'm trying to take a look at here.
What?
See.
Will Jean Morant return?
D'Angelo Russell has been in the league since 2015. It's soon to be 2025.
Yes.
Okay, that's a long time. This is what he does.
Aye.
So if you're waiting for the light to come on, you're going to be disappointed.
I am waiting for the light to come on.
And JJ Redick probably went into this thinking, I can get the light to come on. I can get him to be the guy.
If this is who he is, then we cannot say he's the third best player.
Well, he's the third most talented player. Okay,
great way to put it.
But these are the ingredients I have to win basketball games, at least for the time being. This is my salt or sugar, whatever it is. Like, I need this to work, or else I can't make a satisfying meal. I can't cook it without salt.
So potentially he's the third best player. You know what potential means in French?
Haven't done it yet.
Ain't done nothing yet. Okay, there we go. But except make your hair blonde.
The idea is of him like having, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I need to try a little. I need to play on defense. I need to take better shots. I need to he might do it for a week. He might do it for a month. He might do it for but this version that got benched is in there.
We're going to see. I think his redemption is going to come in limited minutes because he's going to have to prove to his coach he's that guy, which is what you want.
That's why I like Redick. That Redick has not yet, and maybe he will, but he hasn't done it yet, done that. All right, put him back in there. Let's see what it is. Like, let's see if that hard lesson takes. I don't think it will, because if he were a second or third year player, maybe it will. I'm still, he's 10 years in. 10 years in, you kind of are who you are.
You're going to have to make a move.
Right?
Yes.
I think so, too.
And just eat it. Because I know they're going to fleece the Lakers, so be it.
But that's okay.
But if you want to move out of this, you're going to have to make a move.
That's it, right?
Yes.
If you're taking the proverbial, one last shot with LeBron.
Yes.
And you are going to take the bad end of a deal, okay, but maybe it's short-term, a gain. Maybe it includes a draft pick. You're going to have to sweeten the pot for the guy taking it.
Okay, then F them pots.
Right?
Right.
You're
Take
going to
them
have to
all.
sweeten
You're going
the
to have
pot.
to
And
if you want to get out of this.
Give Plink a little credit. They've held on to that pick for a long time. But people have been saying, do it. And it's been like, there's nothing out there for us to do yet. Maybe this is the time there's something to do.
I think you're going to have to.
D-Lo needs to be way better, way more often.
Offload D-Lo. How about that? I want to make a shirt that says that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to have to throw in something else that I really, really want. The Far Side coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Here we go. This is your cue to call. On a Cosm Ticket Thursday, caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN. You win tomorrow night at Cosm for the NBA Cup. A pair of general admission tickets to watch Minnesota, Sacramento in shared reality. Plus Beto Duran and ESPN LA. We're going to be in the house, in the hall for Lakers Spurs. That's what they call it, the hall. Caller number 7 right now on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
The season of savings is on, and George Chevrolet is bringing you the best offers to help you drive into the holidays in style. That's right, George Chevrolet, your 6-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, is dedicated to earning your business by saving you money. Shop from their wide inventory of the latest Chevy models, like the redesigned Chevy Traverse, the all-electric Chevy Blazer EV and Equinox EV, Silverado, Trax, and more. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood Exit in Bellflower, or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino. Located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Hey, pet parents. With Progressive's collision coverage, you get extra protection for your cat or dog, because there's nothing worse than seeing your pet hurt. Like when you see their face after accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, "You betrayed me." Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at Progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
Shop Dell Technologies' Black Friday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
Yesterday's combo got me thinking about that guy again.
Yesterday's combo of kimchi and chips?
Not kimchi and chips and salt and vinegar and bubbly water and stuff. And they were eating Korean barbecue, and it smells
that
so
sounds really
good. And I fought it off, Travis. I fought it off.
You didn't have any?
No, not at all. Not a bite. Just
Good
like the
for you, I
donut. How bad was it for you with the donuts?
Wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy? Really?
No.
Did you guys all have donuts?
I didn't have one, but I wanted.
You had 2 donuts?
I had one, yeah.
Every time
you're
I walked
104 pounds, though.
Yeah. 2 donuts.
2 donuts? Okay.
It was hard.
Was
2
it
donuts
really?
and 4 slices of pizza. That pizza was good.
Oh my gosh!
I got down to the lobby yesterday
4 slices
as
of
the
that
pizza
pizza?
was coming
4.
up. I'm like, I almost came around and went, but I
Smelled
couldn't do it
so
yesterday.
good.
It was
Chicago
Detroit-style
style.
pizza.
Oh, Detroit style.
Yeah, so it's
Oh.
it's the corners of square pizza. It's from Fresh Brothers. Awesome.
Do you know why it's called Detroit style pizza?
Why?
Because it's a square?
Well, so the pan that they cook that kind of like that rectangle pizza that it comes in, those are like old oil pans from a million years ago, or at least how they started, because that's where all the cars were made.
Detroit
and they had these pieces of metal that were shaped like this that they turned into pizza pans.
Yeah.
And that's why Detroit-style pizza
my God.
is that.
That is a movie I should recommend to you. It's old. It's an old Richard Pryor movie called Blue Collar.
Was Gene Wilder in that?
Nope.
No.
That's Stir Crazy.
That's what I'm thinking
This
of,
is
yeah.
Richard Pryor in a drama.
Oh.
It's awesome. Yaphet Kotto is also in it.
Yaphet
And, gosh, he played the wolf in Pulp Fiction.
Harvey Keitel.
A younger Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
It's about the Detroit auto industry.
Oh.
And it's fantastic.
Okay.
Check that movie out. It's old as dirt, but it's so good. Oh, yeah, so good. So it got me thinking about that guy that robbed us all and how much we go off word of mouth. I mean, how much do you vet what people tell you? So
Depends
you brought
who
it up.
tells me.
So the mechanic, like Jorge goes and checks his own stuff, and he knows how much it's going to cost. Your mechanic just says it's going to cost $10,000. You say okay.
$10,000. I might double check, but we've
Okay.
had the same guy forever. So,
Yeah.
but to your point, he's earned my trust. If he said to me, "This is $5,000 to fix,"
yeah,
my only decision at that point is, do I pay it or do I just say, leave it, we'll get a new car?
Right.
At that point. But I don't. Yeah, I would trust him.
See, it comes up again throughout your life, and that's how a lot of us got robbed. Some of us lost everything with this dude, but it's word of mouth. I just trusted you. I figured you know what you were talking about, and he's a trusted guy, so I'll just dump my money in with this dude.
And that's how you got invested in a Christmas tree
And
farm.
that's how it ends up with 30 for 30 broke. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So same thing with this. Trusting people, trusting yourself. I guess the end of this would be just do your own research and trust yourself. You can't really trust what other people tell you. Because sometimes
you
they don't know.
trust some people.
Sometimes they don't know.
No,
Yeah.
I get you. And we're talking about money, but like there are people that and the list is not long.
Yeah.
But there are 4 or 5 people that if they told me something and they were being sincere, I would believe them unequivocally.
Especially in their area of expertise. Like, for example, if I wanted to, I would trust you, Travis, to give me a good recipe to make tonight.
Okay.
Like, I would trust you in certain things that I know you're.
By the way, I knocked it out of the park.
Did you
last
really?
night. Yeah,
okay. What did you make?
I sent it to you. I
Did you?
I was a little disappointed you didn't react to me, but that's fine.
Really? You sent? Okay, the phone was in the
I
other
sent
room.
it
What did
last
you
night.
send me?
I sent you a picture of my spread.
Hold on a minute.
That I
Let me
made
get
for
there.
all the ladies
That
came
says
over
Travis
last night.
and Lindsay. Nope, that's not it. Hold on.
I also do want to see the. I want to hear about the ladies' dinner party.
Oh my God, Travis! Look at you.
Yeah, see,
you made this.
I made that.
Brush up.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I
you're
have game.
You're cooking at every event we have. But to finish this off,
Yes.
There's no one to blame but yourself when you trust yourself, and there's no one to blame when you trust other people and it turns south on you because you trusted that person. That's all I wanted to say. Anyway, that's the far side.
You should. Yeah. You should. Can you get me a deal on a Christmas tree this year?
I sure. See, you keep getting fleeced, right? Every year. That's funny. No.
Well, we were involved in a perpetual Christmas tree fleecing via a high school athletic department for years and years.
Are you guys always real Christmas tree people?
Yes. Of
course.
I have never had an artificial tree because I don't like them, and Susan loves Christmas trees. Like it's one of her favorite
love the
things.
smell.
Of
Come
course,
on, bro.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But I have gotten to the point, if you told me, hey, you just want to get a plastic one? Sure. I'd do it.
Travis.
I'd do it.
No, fight that.
I'm happy to go to Home Depot and pick up the tree every year. Totally cool. It's a process I enjoy. But you know what else is pretty great? Just screwing it back together and putting it in the corner of the room.
That's me for the past 2 years.
You got a plastic one?
Yeah,
come
we used to go
on.
You don't have to
all
string the
time.
lights anymore.
Yeah.
The
Go
lights
put
stay
some
on
like
it.
pine scented
Exactly.
Light a candle,
car
right?
fresheners in
robbing
there.
yourself of the fun. You
I
got
agree.
to the part. You got to drag it in
You
the
know
house.
what's not fun?
Pine needles.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
sweeping up all those pine
That's
needles.
the fun of it. Getting it out of the house without scraping your knuckles. Come on, that's all the good stuff.
I mean, none of
Flogging
you
the
guys
vacuum.
have pets, right? There's no pets in this,
Yeah.
on this studio.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, you-
He
you-
just,
oh, yeah.
it just passed.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
pets kind of get in the way of that too, because like you don't want those pets to be eating all those pine needles as well.
My dog never ate a pine needle.
No.
No,
Oh,
not
well,
at
maybe
all.
my dog's just stupid.
Okay.
Or really likes pine.
Yeah, or really
Now,
likes pine.
went number one on the tree. He's done that.
Oh yeah, they all kind of
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, but
right?
how dare you, Jorge? Get the real tree. Come
Yeah, I
on,
like the
man.
little
We
tree.
did, but we just you fold it up and you just like it's easier.
Hey.
Trust me.
I'm okay with
Oh,
you.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like buying your Thanksgiving dinner.
What's wrong with that?
Also, hold on. Not my preference.
Okay.
My grandmother made Thanksgiving for years and years.
Yes.
My mother has made Thanksgiving for years and years. I'm going to my Aunt Kristen's for Christmas or Thanksgiving this year. She's a very good cook. It's going to be I've made it for my big family more than one time. It's great. I've also gone to places where they've bought it. Also great.
The food is.
Yes.
But it's kind of cold, right? I mean,
no,
you're not supposed to be popping tags.
You can heat it up. I'm telling you, you pull that foil off the top and it's piping hot. I don't care where it came from as long as it tastes good.
What about the anticipation? You smell it cooking all day. You can't wait to get to the table.
It wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm telling you, if you're like, hey, man, I do not want to spend 2 days cooking.
Yes.
I'll just swing through Albertsons and grab my Thanksgiving dinner.
In a pinch?
Not so bad.
I was saying, I would rather have good tasting food than someone trying to make bad tasting food. Like, I don't know. I have one relative who doesn't make great food.
Yes.
And it's okay, but I just don't need to eat it.
Isn't the point to cook while everybody's at the house?
Yes.
There's people. You got the Detroit Lions game on. You don't have to convince me. That's Thanksgiving.
What I'm saying is, though, if I'm very lucky. My grandmother, my mother, they're very good cooks. So we always had, but now, I can't say what I want to say. They could be listening.
I even like it when I go to people's house and they can't cook.
I've gone to other Thanksgivings where they cook it and it's terrible. You're like, there's a Gelson's down the street.
And that's what I'm saying. And then what do you do when you leave? You go eat someplace else. That's the fun of it.
I'm excited for this year because I'm making the gravy. I'm bringing the gravy this year. Last year we had no gravy, man.
That's right.
You can't not have gravy.
So for Christmas he gave me a packet of gravy for Christmas.
Like real gravy? You make gravy?
He had was it Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
He had a gravyless Thanksgiving, and I was horrified.
Yes.
So I bought him gravy.
Oh,
for
you
Christmas.
bought him gravy, so you have gravy.
Packet,
I like it. Yes, always. Who doesn't have gravy? Who doesn't have gravy? They forgot or just didn't know? Okay, God bless them.
One year for my family, Thanksgiving, it was floated out by one of my cousins to do Italian food for Thanksgiving, and it caused a riot. It literally caused a riot.
I've heard this before. Yeah.
You can add an Italian dish to Thanksgiving.
Ziti.
Right.
Yes.
You add things to the traditional Thanksgiving table, no problem with it at all.
Yeah.
In place of the traditional Thanksgiving table, not a fan.
Turkey
enchiladas.
Dressing, stuffing,
yes,
yams,
yes,
macaroni and cheese, greens.
Sure.
What else you got? Hot water cornbead.
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce.
Casserole.
Yep.
Who?
Green bean casserole.
See, I always
Walter?
pass
Green
that
beans
up.
Walter. Yeah.
I always pass that up.
Yeah, but you don't have to eat everything, but
it's got to be there. Okay.
Even that gross sweet potato thing with the marshmallows.
Never in my life. Never.
It's awful, but I don't think I've ever been to a Thanksgiving where it hasn't been on the table.
Wait, we're 2 weeks away, literally today, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're 2 weeks away.
Yeah, and there's like one scoop out of it. I think my mom likes it or something like this.
Did you guys buy your turkeys yet?
No.
No.
We're not doing it. I'm not hosting this year. I'm going to my Aunt Kristen.
Okay.
So
Also,
I'm
Jello
in charge
salad
of
for my family.
Jello salad.
My mom's Jello salad thing.
What's in it?
I need a text.
Is it green?
It's green.
Green with what?
It's green with like mandarin oranges and like.
Speaking of salad, we do this.
No,
we do this.
It might taste good.
It might.
It might taste. I haven't tried it yet. It does not taste good.
I've had
Does it have that mayonnaise dressing on it?
Yeah, it's a pass. That's a hard no.
I think so. Yeah. I'm not sure.
I hate when people stand in front of the stuff they made and you have to pass them up.
It's a judgment. It's like,
right.
Hey, look, man, I only have a certain amount of real estate on this plate. I can't put that on here.
So
it's going to take away
back
from the stuff.
This will be round two.
Absolutely. All right. I have a confession to make. I'll tell you when we come back. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. All right, let's talk about Prize Picks. The confession is not that I play Prize Picks. I play Prize Picks just about every single night. Prize Picks is pick more, pick less. It's super secure. They're going to pay you right after your wins. You usually get your money in about 15 minutes or so. It is a super fun way to take what's already fun and make it even better. An NBA game, an NHL game. Tonight, we have NFL football, a good one. You got the Commanders and the Eagles. So you can go look at Jalen Daniels. You can go look at Jalen Hurts and look at their statistical projections, more or less. Make your picks, and with as little as 4 correct picks, you can win up to 100 times your money. But you got to put the app on your phone. Put the Prize Picks app on your phone. Use the code 710. And when you do that, you play your first $5 lineup. You pick more or less, and you're going to get $50 in bonus bets guaranteed. You don't even need to win the $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 guaranteed, win or lose. But like I mentioned, you can't win and you can't play if the app's not on your phone. Prize Picks app on your phone. Promo code 710. Pick more, pick less. It really is that easy.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
CDFZone.com. That's CDFZone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Hey, it's Cappy. Get ready to smile every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. And if you're looking to sell your car, they'll pay you cash for it on the spot. Ocean Subaru off the 91 freeway. Visit oceansubaruoc.com.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. VIN S37011188. MSRP $36,558. Lease for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. 0 security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/20/2024.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now. Watch this.
Emily, you don't like this. You know what DeMarco just told me during the break?
What's up?
He loves the Bears.
Oh, yeah. I started watching The Bear.
First 2 seasons, great.
Does it get bad?
It just gets a little, I couldn't get through the 3rd season.
Chaotic
First
or
2
what?
seasons, great.
Okay, it's
It just
awesome
gets a
so
little
far.
repetitive and boring and, like, not moving forward after the 2nd season,
Oh,
to me,
okay.
in my opinion. First 2 seasons, though, great.
Okay, I love the brother. Cracks me up. Was that
cousin or
is that his cousin?
So the one he calls him cousin all
Yeah,
the
yeah. I
time?
thought they were brothers. Okay, that's his cousin.
Yeah, he says, "Hey, cousin." Yeah, it's
The brother's dead.
Yes, brother is dead.
The other brother's dead. Okay, and was that
And
Joel
his sister.
McHale?
Yes, Joel McHale is the big bad chef.
Yes, we went to
He's a teammate of yours.
I do not remember him at all. I swear, and we're like the same year.
So you were together for 4 years?
Maybe.
And
I told you we
don't
had-
have any recollection of
I
him.
remember seeing his
I mean, he's
face.
in the
I remember
offense,
seeing
right?
the name. I mean, he's on the team, but
Yeah.
I just
He's pretty famous actor.
He's a super
comedian.
famous guy.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
He was on our football team, and Jim Caviezel's brother played basketball, so we'd see Jim everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, at the same time, and they both left for Hollywood around the same
Joel
time.
McHale wasn't like the funny guy in the team meeting or anything?
No, he was a tight end. It was
Oh,
tight
you
end
didn't-
U.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole different story. So
Is he
yes,
big enough to be a tight end?
No, he was really thin. He was a scout team guy we used to beat up on.
But is he tall?
Yeah, I guess he was tall.
Okay.
I mean, I remember the name, but I don't remember
what I
like
don't
having
wanna
any
be?
interaction with him.
I don't want to be the guy that you beat up on in practice. Hey, we got to beat up on somebody. Hey, Trav, come on in here. We're going to knock
Travis.
you around for a while.
We had like 200 guys. We had like a whole other football team of walk-ons, and that was their
They
job.
were there to get pummeled?
They were on scout team. That was their job. And if they were beating us that day, they would blow.
Did they do that so they could meet girls on campus? Is that what this is for?
Be a part of the Huskies. Get
Okay.
into the
Yeah,
picture.
No, I get
be
that.
in the photo.
That's a big picture.
But if they were
Be
beating
panoramic.
us, they would blow that whistle twice. Tweet, tweet. That means they want to see the play again, and then they would line you up where the play was going to happen, so we could just knock the stuffing out of people. That was the job. Right. I know. I know. It wasn't fair. It wasn't cool. But it made us champions.
I'll take talk show host, thank you.
Wait a minute. Who was throwing stuff to Mookie?
I mean, and Joel McHale ended up being a talk show host.
Honeywell.
Honeywell was throwing gas to Mookie.
Yeah, but he was not,
barrel this.
Yeah, but it wasn't come out here and hit me over the head with your bat.
Well,
it was
they
I'm trying to build your
They
confidence.
wanted to make us ready for the hit, so you're the guy.
Sorry, but
You're the
going to
ball.
have to wear this for a little while.
Right.
All right. They got me.
Who?
The big tech, AI, the algorithm. I don't know what it is.
What are you talking about?
I had you and I have been talking about this for at least a month, and you can vouch for me. I went from having zero interest in Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Told you.
To I'm really looking forward to this.
You're
tomorrow
locked
night.
in.
It every time I open my phone, I'm getting Mike Tyson's greatest knockouts.
Yes.
I'm getting videos of Mike Tyson training. I'm getting videos of Mike Tyson calling out Paul.
Yes.
And I went from, I'd like to think that I'm immune to this very obvious promotional machine that is feeding
They
me
are
this.
selling this fight big
DeMarco,
time.
I
Yes.
want to see it now. I really, truly am excited to see this fight tomorrow.
That's why it's so embarrassing. This
It is
guy
embarrassing.
is the biggest draw in boxing right now outside of Canelo. Maybe even over Canelo.
Okay, but
this dude is selling tickets. He told you.
He's not. Mike is.
Well, no, it's still him, though.
I get it, and you're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying if that guy were fighting anybody not named Mike Tyson, I don't give a damn.
Mike Tyson helps, and I'm starting
I'm
to
watching Mike.
I don't think Mike is taking a dive.
I can't tell.
At least
I can't tell.
If he is, he's lying to us. Like really lying to us, and I'll never trust him again.
I don't trust him now, so I'm willing to concede that he may be trying to sell the fight. All right?
It doesn't seem like he's trying to sell the fight.
It does to me, but that doesn't mean he won't go out there and snap. This is why
I mean,
this is exciting
I don't think
to
he's
me.
trying to sell a farce. I think he's really going out there trying to fight this kid.
I hope so.
At 58.
I hope so. But I'm not. I was reading Chris Mannix in Sports Illustrated today. And Chris Mannix is a very good boxing writer, and I like Chris a lot. I think Chris does a great job. But you could tell in reading his piece, it's like, is this just him hype? Because they're buddies. Paul and Tyson are friends, and Tyson's over here saying he's going to kill him, and over here they're pals and they're hanging out.
I've seen friends knock each other out in boxing.
I understand.
Yeah, it's business.
The business of this may be better for both of them to have this thing go a certain way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
it's not prize fighting, so either way, Mike gets paid. Either way, Mike gets paid. But it just doesn't seem like he's going out there to lose.
I hope not. I'm open to the possibility that it could be he gets in there and I've been in the ring when Mike Tyson has snapped multiple times. Not in the ring, in the arena. I was at Tyson when he bit Holyfield's ear off.
Yeah, me too.
I was at Tyson Holyfield 2 where mayhem took place.
Yeah, MGM.
I was at the MGM when he tried to break Franz Botha's arm in the ring because Botha kept clinching. I've been in the place when Mike has gone Mike, and I'm hoping that's what. And I want to fight, but I'm hoping what may be a hey, let's all get rich tonight. Somebody throws a switch in Mike's brain where he just forgets that this is an exhibition or whatever and goes. That's what I'm hoping for.
He's training. He's training way too hard just to take a dive. The other thing is, do you remember Tyron Woodley?
Yeah.
Okay, Tyron Woodley was one of the more hated MMA guys or champions in the world, but he also had a lot of respect outside of the cage. It went almost to zero when this guy knocked him out.
Yeah.
What happens if Tyson lays down for this kid?
Tyson's 58, and I don't think he'll lay down. I don't think he's going to lay down.
Yeah.
That would surprise me, but if they just kind of bounce around and,
There's some WWE to it.
We're going to know if Mike is Mike. You and I saw Mike.
Yes.
Right? We know what that looks like. And I get it's 58. He's not 28 anymore. Okay, I understand that. But we've seen when Mike's fighting and when Mike's kind of playing.
I've never seen him play, though. I've never seen him play.
Not in the ring, but we've seen him play in life.
Okay,
right?
So the other thing that scares me is Jake Paul is huge. There can't be any drug testing for this fight. He is absolutely massive right now.
He's a big guy.
I would bet, well, I don't want to get sued, but I would bet that that's probably not all egg whites and chicken breasts. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So he is gearing up to knock Mike out. And that is the last thing I think we need as a world right now is to see Mike Tyson fall to this kid.
Mike's 58. If Mike goes down, he goes down. I just hope that if somebody does go down, it's real. I hope that if somebody goes down, somebody got dropped, and I hope Tyson is the winner.
This kid can punch.
I had no interest in this 3 weeks ago, and just the algorithm. Hey, here's Mike Tyson talking to this reporter. Hey, here's Mike knocking this guy out in 48 seconds. Now, these are all cuts when Mike was in his 20s and not in his late 50s.
30 years ago.
But
yeah,
it worked on me. I'm all in.
Have you heard of Tony Bellew, the boxer?
No.
He crashed the press conference last night, and he said, I have your next opponent. And he brought out this guy that was 106 years old. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
and they
why
asked,
I'm
they asked him a legit
highly
question.
skeptical.
When are you going to fight somebody legit? And he wouldn't answer.
Because he can get hurt if he fights somebody legit.
But it was so. He's like, when are you going to fight somebody like a credible boxer that's your age? And he couldn't answer the question.
That's why this thing has the high likelihood of being silly.
That's why you can't lose to this clown.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
why Mike needs to be Mike.
I have a question. Do you think this is going to, at all, even come close to the ratings of the roast of Tom Brady? Could it outrate?
I
the roast
think
of Tom
everybody
Brady?
in America is going to be watching this, or at least most people.
I mean, a lot of people were watching that roast.
I can only speak for myself. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the Brady roast. You know,
I think every non-casual boxing fan, like the hardcore guys, are still going to watch it. They're
we
just
were
going to lie.
I was on a group text thread with my friends last night, and we somehow started talking about it, and we're all roughly the same age, and we all want to see Tyson tear this kid apart.
And it's easily accessible. It's right there on Netflix.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's not pay-per-view.
Just click, and there it is.
Yeah.
What time's the fight? 7, 8?
I don't know. I need to check. Okay. But
It'll
I'm
be
even like, we should get together and watch this fight at somebody's house. Like, let's do a little fight.
I'm watching this one alone because I might get mad. Come on, Mike. Come
All
on,
right,
Mike.
So you know it's an exhibition far more likely to be.
It's a friendly.
It's far more likely
not
to
a
be
friendly.
a friendly
Did you
than it is a fight.
You saw
Yes.
Roy and Mike go at it, right? Mike was trying to knock him out.
Well, I mean,
He just couldn't. That's what I'm saying. So I don't care what you think it is. Mike's in the ring with gloves on.
So
be careful, right?
I want to say. So Beto sent me a clip of an article, and so I don't really know the context of this, but I'm going to say it to you guys. Maybe you guys find it important. So, while the fight is sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, there are three major caveats. Tyson and Paul will wear 14-ounce gloves rather than the standard 10-ounce gloves.
Heavy
the rounds
gloves.
will be 2 minutes rather than 3 minutes, and the fight will be contested over 8 rounds rather than 10 or 12.
8 2-minute
and
rounds.
it was Tyson's choice, not that Jake didn't want to do it. We were bringing Mike Tyson back into the sport, and I believe that it was more meaningful as a pro fight.
14-ounce gloves, they're heavy. That's
Yeah.
big, and they're pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that changes. But 8 2-minute rounds, that means the guy will never get tired.
Yeah.
Either one of them.
This is why I'm not buying it. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not buying it like with money, but I'm not going to buy it's a real fight until I see it. I'm expecting a friendly. I'm expecting something that's like, oh, they're not really trying to hurt each other.
You know what? You're right. They got you.
Yeah, they did. No,
You're locked in.
100%. And I'm in, and I want.
Yeah, I know.
I desperately want to.
Can't lose to this clown.
I would love to come in here on Monday and say, Mike Tyson rearranged that guy's face. I would love to have that be the takeaway, but I'm not holding.
If
my
he
breath.
knocks Mike out, then Tyson Fury should be like, I'm next. And then Anthony Joshua, I'm next.
Not going to happen.
You should crash
He's
his
not fighting a
crash
real
his
fighter.
press conference.
He's not fighting a real
Call
fighter.
him out. Yes.
All right. The Detroit Lions are the best team in football.
Yeah, you said
are
that.
Are we comfortable with that? Is that right? That's next. It's Trav. It's DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon.
I think leaf watching is like the most overrated hobby in the
peeping?
world. Yeah, is that what they call it? Leaf
Some
peeping?
people do.
It's like, all right,
No
they were
way,
green,
that's what
now
it's
they're
called?
orange.
Google
all
it.
right, let's move on.
Yeah. Leaf peeping?
Leaf peeping
is
a thing. No, sure. Oh, yeah, no, they're red. Oh, cool. Let's
But,
move along.
okay, here's the thing though, Mace. We don't have those season changes.
Yes.
Laura, leaf peeping is an informal term in the United States and Canada for the activity which people travel to view and photograph the fall foliage in areas.
Okay, imagine saying, hey babe, I want to go leaf peeping with you.
Yeah, by the way,
Right.
Laura, I know you're curious, so I'll tell you. When is peeping season?
Probably October, November?
September through December each year.
Yeah. So magical. Laura, I'm from back there. It's a stupid hobby. Oh, the leaves are turning.
Find
Let's
a
go
park
drive in the middle of
to
nowhere.
Steve Mason and John Ireland next at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
My office has its ups and downs.
I share my office.
But no matter what kind of office you have, one thing's for certain. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast, and you can invite your top choices to apply. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So, for any kind of office,
I'm really going places in my office.
My office has everything you could ever want.
count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
The season of savings is on, and George Chevrolet is bringing you the best offers to help you drive into the holidays in style. That's right, George Chevrolet, your 6-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, is dedicated to earning your business by saving you money. Shop from their wide inventory of the latest Chevy models, like the redesigned Chevy Traverse, the all-electric Chevy Blazer EV and Equinox EV, Silverado, Trax, and more. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood Exit in Bellflower, or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You've seen him on the roast of Tom Brady, and you've heard him host the #1 podcast in the world, Kill Tony. Now see Tony Hinchcliffe perform stand-up comedy live at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, Saturday, November 16th. The man behind millions of views worldwide and countless sold-out shows brings his stand-up set to you. Critics call him a must-see. Don't miss this stand-up comedian, writer, podcast host, and professional wordsmith, Tony Hinchcliffe. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Attention football fans, the season's heating up, and that means it's time for jaw-dropping plays, spectacular touchdowns, and memories that'll last a lifetime. So if you're looking to grab the best seats for all the excitement, Vivid Seats is your go-to playmaker. With an incredible selection of tickets and a game-changing rewards program, Vivid Seats is your ticket to every thrilling moment. Don't miss out. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You strike me as a Twisted Sister guy.
Just 2 songs.
This one and
We're not going to take it.
Take
That's it.
Did they have more than those two?
Yeah, they had one. You're gonna burn in hell. That was on Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, okay.
Remember the movie Pee Wee Herman's
Big Adventure?
Yes.
Yeah.
When Twisted Sister was coming out, they were singing that song. That was the only other
the Warner
one.
Brothers lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the only other one.
This song reminds me of the SpongeBob movie because at one point in time they go, "I'm a goofy goober, yeah."
Yeah, you can't. You don't get cred for playing this. No.
Why not?
You might be Beavis and Butthead. You might be that sort of rockers if you're rocking this in your car.
That's all right.
If I hear this coming out of your car, there's a problem.
Is there a fine line between like the Beavis and Butthead rocker and like what you believe to be a true rock fan?
If you're playing this, I know what side you're on.
All right, what's the true side? What's your side that you like to be on?
You got to play like real music, you know?
Okay, like
real, like anything of the big trio. Metallica's great. If you're playing some old Aerosmith.
What if it's a Metallica that's kind of cut across? Like it's not a deep cut from like Ride the Lightning, but it's a Enter Sandman that everybody knows.
Like that's still fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Only the purists hate
what
that
about
album.
AC/DC?
Fine.
Okay.
Twisted Sister, no.
Is it the makeup?
It's everything.
Okay,
it's
well,
the whole gimmicky
so do you not
everything.
like Kiss?
Love Kiss, but they were the first ones. They
Motley
were the originators.
Crue had a lot of makeup.
They were but they shed the makeup and became bad boys.
Wait, do you guys watch the SNL sketch from this week that was about sex rock?
No.
80s sex rock or whatever. So basically, like it was like Bill Burr was the host, and he was like, they were redoing like a commercial for CDs, like an old-timey commercial for CDs, and he was like, "Yeah, I love this, like sex rock." And then it's like they were doing it in like the recreation of the things. I'll send it to you guys.
What's
it's
sex
really
rock? What is that?
Is it
like
not
what
yacht
genre
rocky
of
kind of thing?
No. It's like what you just played, Jorge. But it's like no. The first one you came coming in.
Twisted Sister.
That's
Twisted
AC/DC.
Sisters. But it's like only about sex.
Oh, okay.
I'll send it to you.
This was like MTV made for
This
video
was
stuff.
junior high.
Yeah, the videos were great. The music is
You're worthless and weak.
Yes.
There's a
Niedermeyer. Yes.
in the video.
The
as
videos
well.
were good. Yes.
Tell me a team that is a real threat. Not can. I understand that they're all NFL teams. Anybody can beat anybody. I get it. Likely to go into Detroit and beat them in the playoffs because Detroit in the NFC, in the AFC, you can make a case that I'll believe for Buffalo. You can make one for Baltimore. You can make one for Kansas City. I even think you can make one for Pittsburgh. The way Russell Wilson's playing, that they're good enough to win the AFC. And I would listen to you. I don't know if there's a team outside of Detroit that feels like a realistic chance to get there.
I would say Philadelphia.
Okay, we're gonna get to see them in a couple weeks.
Philly might be there. Don't sleep on Atlanta.
Really?
Don't sleep on Atlanta.
You wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta goes into Detroit in January and wins a playoff game.
I'm sleeping well against Atlanta.
I mean, 6-4, not bad.
I'm not even talking record. I'm talking like just.
I know.
The one team that
It's
I keep coming back to.
Yeah. Which team?
San Francisco.
Oh, if they get right.
If San Francisco with McCaffrey back starts to trend in the direction of looking more like San Francisco, you don't have to squint to see them going into Ford Field and winning that game.
If they get right, I think San Francisco goes right back to the top. If McCaffrey becomes the best weapon in the game like he usually is, they go right back to the top just under Detroit. But as it is right now, I mean, San Francisco's 8th in playoff seeding.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're
out
not even
looking
in right now.
They're out looking in. I mean, Green Bay, how do you feel about Green Bay?
Detroit went into Green Bay and beat them.
Don't sleep on them, though, right?
No, it's not a sleep.
But you wouldn't be surprised if they won.
I wouldn't be surprised. Who's the worst team in the league? Carolina? I wouldn't be stunned if Carolina beat Detroit on any given Sunday.
I would be stunned if Carolina beat Detroit.
It's the NFL. The Rams lost to an 0-14 Jets team. Weird stuff happens in this league. But
Could be Washington. I would not be surprised if Washington with Dan
rookie
Quinn,
quarterback deep into the playoffs.
But Dan Quinn coach that defense, the way they're playing, you go to Detroit and you catch them. That would not shock me. But to your point of the teams that are left, Philadelphia I think is the biggest threat to Detroit right now.
Why them?
I think they have the most quarterback or the most playoff experienced quarterback. They still have that tough frame of mind.
Yeah.
They're trying to get back to the Super Bowl.
Saquon
Barkley.
I really think the biggest Achilles heel for the Eagles is their coach, Nick Sirianni. He just seems to flat off the handle, make not always the best decisions. And I think that as opposed to the conversation we had earlier this week about McVay, Nick Sirianni does make some boneheaded decisions, especially in terms of his relationship to his team.
Yes.
So he's the only reason I would be maybe not the Eagles.
Off of emotion all the time. But I would say them. I go Philadelphia. Is that your best?
I'd put San Francisco. I think those are the only two, though. When you look at Detroit, because Dan Campbell does know what he's doing. He's got or at least he's got a very specific vision of how he wants his team to go, right? We're going to go for it. We're going to do stuff that makes you go, what do you do? Okay, awesome. Go for it on fourth down on your own 25-yard line.
All of them. They all know.
Right?
Yes.
That's his vision of his team.
Yeah.
They've got a very competent, even without Hutchinson, that defense is still pretty good.
Who did they trade for? I forgot. They got a pass rusher, but go ahead.
They've got weapons all over the offense. You've got Goff, you've got Montgomery, you've got Gibbs, you've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, you got Laporta. They've got weapons on offense. They're the best team. They're the most complete team. They have a kicker that can make kicks.
And they have experience.
They're there. But San Francisco has a coach that knows what he's doing. They have a quarterback that is experienced. I know Purdy feels new. Purdy took his team in overtime in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. You're not going to throw
two straight
Kittle,
NFC Championship games.
Purdy,
Kittle,
they're all good.
McCaffrey, Debo.
Why are we sleeping on Arizona? Right now, they're the 4th seed.
I hear you.
I know.
Because Kyler Murray is awesome right up until he's terrible.
Until he's not. Here's the thing. It's the same as Lamar. When I said Lamar is the toughest quarterback to defend, he might be second. And when he's going right, he is the first. You can't even touch this little guy when he's playing at that level. That, to me, might be the scariest sleeper team in the NFC. If he's playing like that and he continues to play with confidence, you've got problems as a defense.
Until I see him go through an entire season, I'm waiting for Kyler Murray to come back to earth.
I don't think there's a guy that can bring him back to earth.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't think there's anybody out there that scares him anymore.
Really?
And this dude is...
Why'd the light go on? Is it the coach?
I think it's because he retired. I really do. I really think it's because this guy retired, and now he has a chance to win this division.
Yeah, but obviously he looked a lot better against the Rams without Aaron Donald chasing him around, but he's looked better against everybody.
He's playing with confidence. He's zipping the football out. I mean, he's not just scrambling around creating off schedule. He's throwing with accuracy. He's got receivers. He's got Marvin Harrison. He's got the most underrated running back in the league in Connor.
Yeah, you like him.
I really like him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona did it.
I would. And I'd give them all the credit in the world, but the only team that would beat them and be like, yeah, okay, is San Francisco, followed closely by Philly. The rest of them, I would be stunned if Atlanta or Arizona or one of those teams went in there and done. They would have earned it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm going to need to see Kyler Murray do it under extremely high circumstances.
Leverage games. You don't have to go outside if it's Detroit, so that fits him. He plays indoors. That really does help. And he's got the one thing you cannot practice for. You can't practice for a guy that can extend plays for 19 seconds. You know what I mean?
That was disappointing.
You can't defend Lamar when he starts one way and comes back the other. That's what I'm saying.
Somebody figures Lamar out every year. And you know what I mean? It's Lamar's
or he's
terrific.
winged and tired, yeah.
All right, Factor Caps coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Here we go. This is your cue to call. On a Cosm Ticket Thursday, caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN. You win tomorrow night at Cosm for the NBA Cup. A pair of general admission tickets to watch Minnesota, Sacramento in shared reality. Plus Beto Duran and ESPN LA. We're going to be in the house, in the hall for Lakers Spurs. That's what they call it, the hall. Caller number 7 right now on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand and his all-star legal team.
We've been talking about the law office of Joseph S. Normand for months, and they've helped listeners achieve maximum compensation that they deserve in an accident.
Getting into an accident can be scary and frustrating dealing with insurance companies. Let the Normand All-Star team handle it for you. Visit normandlegal.com or 213-747-2000.
The law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000.
I thought you said they're giving away an Alfa Romeo every Sunday. What? They are? Out of my way! Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Morongo's making your Thanksgiving feast for you to go. Order yours now.
Number 2.
You'll be shaking with laughter with Earthquake, live January 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
It's Morongo's 20th anniversary. The party starts the 22nd with prizes, giveaways, dining and drink specials, and fireworks.
Morongo, good times.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in the Hyundai Santa Fe with 1.99% APR for 72 months. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 2nd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Again, remember, super fancy restaurant. So I go in, and it's got one of those toilets, those fancy toilets, because it's a fancy place, where it opens up the lid for you.
Oh, wow.
Right? Well, here's the point of all of this. The name of the story is the hot toilet seat. I sit down right on it. I don't put toilet paper down. I don't put down. And when I sat down, gosh, this thing feels good. It's kind of warm. Wow, they've got like a heated toilet seat. The longer you sit on it,
you're sweating.
The hotter it gets. Today, I'll pull my pants down right now and show you guys. I have 4th-degree burns on both hamstrings and it's like a full-on red thing.
Now, if I stand behind you, so the camera doesn't, will you show me?
Here, switch.
It was just show me.
Then it got a little hotter.
Show me.
Then
Don't turn towards the camera.
Then it got a little.
Let me just see a little bit.
Can you take a look? Can you see this?
Oh, that is
Can
red.
Can you see that?
Oh, that's red.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap
on 710 ESPN.
Are you looking for your next game day fit, Lakers fans? We've got the latest collection of items to add to your closet this season. Head over to LakersStore.com. That's LakersStore.com and snag a jersey, tee, hat, and more to rep the purple and gold. We've got the whole family covered with styles for mom, dad, kids, and babies too. Rep the purple and gold in style. Check out the LakersStore.com. That's the LakersStore.com. Let's go, Lake Show.
GNC is hitting the holidays hard this year with huge buy one, get one 50% off savings on all of your favorites. Yes, all, as in all your favorites from Ghost, Alani Nu, Prime, Optimum Nutrition, Beyond Raw, Nugenics, and more. Everything you need for the runners, lifters, yogis, and I gotta get in shapers on your list. Buy one, get one 50% off, and it's all happening now through December 3rd. Shop GNC and live well through the holidays.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap.
Right now. Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Bonjour.
Howdy, howdy.
So last night, my trivia team got second place at trivia by about 4 points, and
did you blow it for your team?
So one, I carried the team on my back last night. Let's just say that.
I see you, LeBron.
Of the 174 points we had, I probably gave us 120 of those points.
Let
but
Emily.
Like, whatever. But the reason we did not win is because I was just a second too slow on this. So they had this one round where they play a scene from a movie or a trailer from a movie, and you got to be the first person to like raise your board. And I missed this one, and it was Cape Fear, De Niro, and I like said just a different movie.
Okay.
And I was just like, dang it.
Oh, no.
And that was a 10-pointer, and we lost. So anyway.
That is a creepy movie.
It is a creepy movie.
Yeah.
But, you know, a fine acting performance. So anyway.
Wait, what movie?
Cape Fear.
My God. The De Niro? Oh.
De Niro, Nick Nolte.
Oh, my God.
Juliette Lewis.
Quite the one.
Oh, my gosh.
Quite the one. All right. So anyway, I know we don't really do rabbit hole anymore, but this is a rabbit hole that I've been on because there's, I think, Reddit pages about this and like separate like TikTok and Twitter threads for this. But bad TV placements. People will post, hey, how's my TV placement in terms of like where you hang your TV in your room or where you arrange it, and people just roast people and be like, this is the worst one I've ever seen in my entire life. So my statement is, you notice a bad TV placement, like someone putting it too high, too low, wrong place. Travis, Factor Cap.
Fact. And you nailed the one that is the most troublesome is when it's too high, right? I don't know if I've ever run into too low unless it's like literally on the ground.
Right,
on the floor.
But too
Move
high, like if
department,
you're
no thing.
sitting in a couch or a chair
Yeah.
and your eye line, like if you're in a bar, you're usually sitting at a high top or the bar and a high TV makes a little bit more sense. But in somebody's home, every once in a while it's mounted just a little bit too high.
Yeah.
And it's
Mom and Dad.
You have to work to look up to see the thing.
Like this.
That's
in here. That's
slightly too high.
Yeah.
That's 6 inches too
Okay,
high.
Are you
let
serious?
me tell you.
Yes.
There's 4 TVs in here.
Yeah, and you got to look up to see all of them.
Oh, my God. Okay, go
Let
ahead.
me tell you about this
Yeah.
one. So, my sister's longtime boyfriend was trying to do something very nice for my parents and to mount their TV. Great, lovely. Thank you for that. He put it in quite possibly the worst position of all time.
Oh.
And my parents don't think it's an issue. And every time I go home, I'm like, this is the stupidest placement for a
Is it
TV
too
I've
high?
ever. It's too high. It's also in the corner of the room,
Oh.
next to a window, and I'm just like,
Oh, you can't see it, the glare? Yes. Yeah.
Oh, man.
and I'm just like, what are we doing? Anyway, DeMarco, you noticed bad TV placement.
I got to go cap. I don't notice bad TVs. I just kind of adjust to the room. There's one little bar I go to that has a TV that's behind us. So if we're sitting at the bar, we see the bartender, the mirror, and all the alcohol, but the TV's behind you.
Okay.
So you kind of have to spin around to see what's going on.
Or
and it's a tiny TV.
The mirror in the bar, can you see like they run to third base
Too
first?
many bottles.
It's weird.
Yeah, you can see barely like something happened. There's action, so you turn around. But I'm like, why don't you guys put the TV where we can see it? He goes, I could care less about you. It's for me.
Terrific.
It's for the bartender,
That's the
and he
best
owns
answer.
the joint. Yes,
That's
but I don't
great
notice.
answer.
Yeah.
Jorge?
I notice it, especially when I take the kids to the doctor. Like those doctor offices have the TVs and
It's always in the corner, yeah.
Yeah, where it's not supposed to be there. And I'm just like, you guys want these kids to face the corner for whatever reason. You guys
How
place it
quickly
on
do you run to intercept Maita when she goes to try to touch that TV?
Or the toys. Or the little toys in the corner.
I'm going to go play with this.
No, you're not.
No,
you're not. Nope.
Yeah.
Probably the grossest place in the world to touch things.
For sure.
All right, so on Sunday, my friend was telling me the story about how she's married, and she was in a group chat with her fiance's family. Not fiance, her husband's family. And something was said, and she was like, I'm done. I'm leaving the group chat. And just left the group chat and not saying anything caused a little bit of a stir. So, it's okay to leave a group chat in general, not just like with a family, ever. You're in a group chat, it's annoying for you for some reason, you don't like this group chat. It's okay to leave, not just mute it. DeMarco,
leave a group chat. How do you leave a group chat?
You just go into the thing
and take yourself out.
Take yourself
I don't even know how to do it.
Theoretically, if you could.
Leave a group chat?
Yes, it's okay to leave a group chat. Factor cap.
I got to go fact, right? To leave a group chat. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, why do you think it's fact?
Well, you're on it for a reason, aren't you?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's information that's going to be
Could be,
disseminated
or it
on
could
there.
be you were on it for a while because it's a group of people and
Say,
you've
for
lost
example,
touch.
I got the 91 team. I got the 99 team. I got you
Yeah.
guys. I got my cousins, my family group chat that I hardly ever chime in on.
Let's say your cousin's group chat, someone says something really out of pocket, and it's okay to leave
That
the group
happens
chat.
every other day. Every other day. So they ask me, like, how come you don't respond or get in on it? I'm like, well, if you ask me something directly, I will.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't respond to chum.
Okay.
That is chum. You're trying to get me to jump in.
Right.
So, yeah, right.
Also, my mom just chimed in, said she's listening. Mom, I've told you this before. I think your TV placement is wrong.
Oh.
Travis, Factor cap. Not at my mom's TV placement.
I think it's cap. I think you can. Look, if you want to leave it forever and you want to just drop the iron wall on these people and move on with the rest of your life, cool. But look, stuff gets said that you that you don't like, mute it and just not look at it. But you could really hurt people's feelings by doing that.
Right.
Okay,
So,
during the break, come in here and show me how I can get out of this cousin one.
Yeah, I'll show you during the break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jorge, what do you think?
Yeah, Travis, you've been in some of our group once, and you
I've
exit, and then
bounced.
somehow they bring how
Well,
you join
so,
back.
Like you, for instance,
Yeah.
the old morning show.
Yeah.
I used to leave the group chat more as a joke than anything
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
Like I would do it very loudly. Like
I
okay, I'm
leave the
done
group
with you
chat?
guys. I'm out.
Oh.
I can add you right back. You can't permanently stay out if they keep re-adding you into it.
Yeah. No.
How many group chats do you have?
I don't know, 10 or 12.
Okay, that's normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a family group chat, and I'm
Yeah.
in it. Brenda's in it, and every time I get them, and I noticed the faces at the top of that, right? I delete it. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys, I do delete it.
Yeah.
If Brenda knows, I know. We just need one person in that, and the communication is we're gonna communicate. Like I don't need to be in it if Brenda's in it.
You
We're
want
good.
out of that cousin chat, don't you?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
That's all our family info, but man, some of these cousins.
I'll give you a
Oh
couple.
my God. I got one that travels the world and he like posts from everywhere just to make you jealous.
Is it interesting at least? Like, hey, look, I'm at the Eiffel Tower.
We
or
would
the-
love him.
The
He's
Leaning Tower of
perfect
Pisa.
for this. He goes to different sporting events.
Oh,
So he'll go to Michigan, Ohio State.
Awesome.
Right. He'll
I'd
go
like to see that
he'll go
picture.
to Texas and Oklahoma. He'll go to Yankees, Red Sox.
What does he
goes
do for a living?
But he always wears like one side or the other.
The home team?
The home team. And it's like you're not from there. You can't wear Longhorns gear.
He wants to survive. He wants to get to Yankee Stadium.
I know,
next.
that's what I'm saying. That just drives you nuts. But yes.
All right, so yesterday was the UK premiere of Gladiator 2, a movie coming out in about 16 days
Oh,
for
I read
us.
so many good things about it. Oh,
Yeah.
Sure you
so
have.
good.
Exactly. But So King Charles was there. Also, it's King Charles's birthday. So King Charles was there.
How old is the old fella?
75.
Oh.
So,
ears, right?
He's got pretty big ears.
Yes.
I mean,
it's the right guy.
He's got an interesting bloodline.
Yeah.
When King Charles showed up to the Gladiator 2 premiere last night, security told Denzel Washington to go inside and meet him. So, hey, King's here, Denzel. Please go inside and meet the king. Denzel reportedly said, I make my own rules and continue to talk to fans.
There you go.
Only Denzel can do this. Jorge Factor Cap.
Fact, especially with that role he's going to play. Oh, man. No, the only Denzel, he can do that. Look, I'm not even afraid. I saw Denzel over here in the sidelines once. I was afraid to talk to Denzel.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a presence for sure.
He's
cool.
a presence, man.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying he is so famous.
I should have done that for the Far Side.
So present, too. Like, such a presence.
Yes.
Travis?
When his son was playing. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. His son was Eagles, right?
Here with the Rams.
Oh, was it Ram?
His son was getting ready to play. I'm getting ready to call the game. And
yeah, John David.
I look over to my left, and Denzel's walking right at me.
And?
I froze for a second.
Well, sure.
Because he walks exactly like he walks in the movies. Like, you really do walk like that. Wow. And he's like...
He's awesome.
He's like, is my son any good? What do you say to Denzel if he asks you that question?
Well, that's a really good question.
I make my own judgment.
From what Denzel's doing to the king, he probably wants the truth.
You know what I said? He's
you
okay.
can't handle the truth.
He's okay. B level.
Hanging in there.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for him to make the team.
If you're the fan of Denzel Washington and his family, the Washington family, there's a new movie coming out on Netflix called The Piano Lesson with John David and Malcolm Washington is directing it.
He was in Black Klansman, right?
Yes.
Yes, he's also in Tenet from Christopher Nolan,
Okay.
and he's also in Malcolm and Marie, which is on Netflix.
I didn't love Tenet.
I didn't see
It's a strange movie to take in.
It would frustrate me.
We talked about it before.
One?
Yeah. So Travis, Denzel is the only person that can do this.
No, Cap. Anybody can do it.
Honestly,
I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I could give a damn about the king. Like, I would want to go.
Your king.
I would want to go meet the king just so I could tell the story about the time I met the king.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. But if I'm Denzel Washington, I can meet whoever, whenever I want. And this, tell the king to stick around if he wants to meet me. I'm doing this right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Totally with you. Right?
Yeah.
Totally with you. But I've met presidents, seen presidential security. There is nothing like royal security.
I bet.
I mean, it's to the other level as far as protecting those. But yeah, I mean,
unless you don't want to protect
them. You're not my
them.
king, bro. You know? Yeah. Say again?
Unless you don't want them to be protected.
Right.
She's making a Diana
commentary. My bad. Are you into the royals?
I am very intrigued, and
seems like most women are, right?
In terms of gossip, in terms
I
of
think more women than men, but it's not.
Yeah, I've
just
never
women.
seen like a guy go gaga for the royals.
Oh,
I've seen guys.
You have seen guys go gaga for the royals?
Gaga might be a step too far, but
care about it, weddings and all this
John
stuff.
Ireland likes the crown.
Yeah,
that's a show. I mean, but like real weddings and real royal goings on.
I've seen men. I don't, but yes, I know that they exist.
Speaking of royal weddings, on the day of my graduation, so it's like May 19th, 2018 of college, and my friends and I were like going out to drink before we walked to the lawn, and it was the royal wedding for Harry and Meghan, and so we were all just like, to the king and queen, even though they weren't, and it's funny. So
I just want you to know that it did not go unnoticed that you called the royal bloodline interesting. I mean,
what's a better word?
I think that's the right word.
That's a good word.
Well,
it's right in the middle. Yeah,
it's very.
There you go.
Interesting.
It encompasses all.
Extremely interesting.
I did mess with one of those little soldiers though in front that protect
the guy with the tall fuzzy hat.
Dude, those are soldiers.
That's coming up.
And
next.
don't mess with the horses.
No, I never. A horse is enormous. He already know he had a horse. You don't have to tell DeMarco. Twinkle's the horse. That's right. Factor Cap's brought to you by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team. Family always comes first with Joe. Call 213-747-2000. That's the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. That number again, 213-747-2000. NormandLegal.com is where you can find them online, but pick up the phone and give them a shout. 213-747-2000. I want to hear about you messing with the Royal Guard next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
And it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Listen every hour as you get your tickets to join us tomorrow night at Cosm. You'll win a pair of general admission tickets to watch Minnesota, Sacramento in shared reality, unlike anything you've ever experienced. Plus, you can hang out with Beto Duran at ESPN LA in the hall as Beto broadcasts live Lakers pregame and post. How about that? A Cosm Ticket Thursday. Just listen for the cue to call. Be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN, and you win your way in on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Martin Lawrence, the Y'all Know What It Is tour. You know you gaining weight when you walk and you feel like somebody following you. Friday, December 6th at Crypto.com Arena. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
When you're hiring, ZipRecruiter's technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Is your mom still listening to him?
Yes, Mom. Love you.
Is it okay if I address her as Carrie?
Sure.
Okay, Carrie, that TV's too high. You need to lower that TV
a little bit.
I know that the boyfriend was trying to do something nice to help the household, and that's very kind and sweet of him. That needs to be rectified. That's too high.
I mean, do you say thank? I saw the picture. Do you say thank you for that?
Yes. My parents love it.
They do?
They love it.
Which way does that window face? Does it get a lot of sun?
It does. No, it doesn't get that much sun. So it's not a huge. And also, there's trees.
Not so
it.
bad. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty high.
That's up there. That's Wilt Chamberlain on stilts.
And we have like
Shaq's probably like perfect.
Perfect height.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see this. Love this. Thank you.
A sectional that's kind of like facing though, not the TV.
Yeah.
The sectional is facing in front of them.
That's the part of TV placement that always bothers me.
What?
Like Jorge's been there. I hope that the two of you will at one point grace me with your presence at my home. When we put the TV where we put it, it had to be highly visible from all of the seats in that room. and that's important.
That's
like
legit.
you can't be if you're sitting in the one end of the couch where Jorge fell asleep. That's the only spot where you don't have a particularly good angle at it because you're kind of almost parallel to it.
Yeah,
Be like
but
this.
yeah, if you've had Jorge's sleeping skills, you just knock out at that point, and that's
But
it.
is there a perfect spot in the house?
Yeah, the chair that I sit in.
That's your seat.
No,
Only you.
No, it's not
Okay.
only me, but
Yeah.
I tend to get there first, and then the right end of the couch is also. It's if the chair is an A+, this is a solid A.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What do you call this? The couch that is an L shape.
Sectional.
So the sectional, right? The sectional part that connects both wings.
Yeah.
Perfect shot to the TV.
Oh, and you kind of put your feet up on one side?
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's always a race in my house to that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever gets there
I mean,
first
there's always
owns
a best spot in the house.
Right, but it's mine.
Is it? But apparently not. Apparently
I'm
it's
just saying,
first come,
but it
first
should
serve.
be. It should be Dad's, right?
And
Go ahead, Em.
a lot of times at home, again, Mom, I love Penny. I don't say I don't love Penny. Penny always, our dog, sits in the best spot. Like, Penny, you gotta move.
Not for long if I'm coming over.
Right.
Where your Penny? Go. Let's go.
I'm also into like.
I'm going to win this, Penny.
Yeah. You're moving.
I'm going to win this.
I get in rabbit holes on like feng shui as well, where people will say, "Hey, how can I arrange this room because it feels off?"
Yeah.
And I like that because it feels like, oh, that's perfect. That's so satisfying. You got it exactly right. Like my living room, my apartment right now is a little. There's not a lot of places you could put things because there's so many windows.
Yeah.
But you know, you got to make it work.
Feng Shui took over my life. You too? Like it came out of nowhere in like the 90s.
So I know exactly what you're talking
Feng
about.
shui,
Where
yeah.
I'd never heard the word,
Yeah.
and then you couldn't turn around and not hear the word
Everybody
and the
said
design
it.
and all that.
Like
But
Farvignugan.
that was Volkswagen?
That was Volkswagen.
I don't remember what it was. I remember the commercial. I don't remember what it means.
Right.
Susan and I collectively have zero design skills whatsoever.
Yeah?
None. My mom, perfect.
Oh, really?
Just an eye for everything. Like,
okay.
If she says, well, if you just kind of move, it's like, oh, yeah, that's 1,000 times better. She
Better.
can just see it. Susan
Okay.
and I would leave the same stuff where it's been forever.
I
I
had
was
no
talking
idea.
about that with Jorge actually at the break as like it's interior design blind, just like how I'm freeway blind. I'm
Yeah.
like, why does anybody care how I got here? I don't like it. Doesn't mean anything to me. But for interior design, some people really
means
care
something.
or get it.
So you talked about those L-shaped couches, right?
Yeah.
They usually sell this square that you put in the middle for your feet. The ottoman?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
called
ottoman, yeah.
Ottoman.
Okay. For some reason, my mother treats it like a coffee table. She puts something in the middle. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, what kind of stuff? I have a lot of
Like
questions.
treats,
How
drinks?
big is it, first of all?
So it's pretty big.
Okay.
I mean, it's a big
It's
ottoman.
a table. Yeah.
But then I'm like, "But that's for your feet, though. That's for your feet." She's like, no, leave me alone. She basically puts this thing. It's like a basket, right?
Okay, yeah.
And she puts all these like things that smell good. I can't smell them, so it's pointless to me. So it smells
Oh,
good.
like
and in the
aromatic thing. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
And in the middle, she's got
Potpourri.
this. Yeah, and then in the middle, she's got this Voss candle holder thing with candles in it. She doesn't light them up, whatever. But it's just a little decorating piece, right? So then I asked her yesterday. I was like, "This is pointless. Like, why do you? It's not a coffee table. Like, this doesn't belong. This is just not." She's like, well, "The only reason I put it there is because I have kids. Your kids come over, everybody comes over, and then all they want to do is throw themselves onto this thing, and they move it
a
everywhere.
deterrent.
So that's my way.
This is a
visual
like, It's like
deterrent.
putting up a
Yes.
fence.
Yes.
Right.
Instead of
Okay.
putting
But
up
then
a
I'm like,
fence,
okay,
she
but
put candles.
But it makes no sense. Like when they're gone, why do you have it up there? She's like, just leave me
it looks
alone. It's
nice.
my ottoman.
This is my
I'm on
ottoman.
your
Leave
mom's
me
side.
alone.
Yeah.
But also, my family has a coffee table in the middle, so like you know, you can actually put a coffee table there.
Do you have a coffee table?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
I don't have I have an ottoman now.
Yeah.
I went coffee table-less like years ago.
We have a coffee table. And I could do without it, but we have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got tired of breaking it.
It's got sharp corners, and I kick it at least once a month, and it
That's
sucks.
what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
got scars on your calves.
Oh,
yeah,
and-
see?
yeah,
You
it's
should
a bad
baby
idea.
proof it.
What did you do to the British Guards?
Oh, what was his name? Cortland Finnegan.
Oh, yeah?
Remember him, the corner?
I do.
So he was, we were taking a tour, going through, oh my God, I can't remember. It's the castle.
Westminster Abbey?
Not Westminster Abbey.
Buckingham
Palace?
Just for the sake of argument, say it's that.
The
But
Tower
it was
of
actually
London.
where they kept the crown jewels. It actually
Okay.
has a name. So we were going through, and it was this ceremony that was 2,000 years old.
Oh, wow.
Where they lock the gates and light the lamps and this whole thing. They've done it the same way every day for like 2,000 years.
That's cool.
So you're watching history. But we're bringing a bunch of football players through here, right?
The Tower of London.
And they had the day off. Might have been the Tower of London. I think you're right. They had the day off. So you know how certain guys get, right? So Cortland Finnegan is a guy, black and Irish. He likes to start trouble. So he's going up to these soldiers, these guards, and getting in their faces.
These are the guy in the red jackets with the tall black hats.
Red jackets. And as they're walking us through this tour, they're telling us these aren't just Joe Blow bag of donuts. These are actual soldiers back from war. This is part of their service. They take this seriously, so back off. And then you start looking at the guns they're holding. They're real. They're real things here. So he's getting in these guys' faces. And
like getting in their faces how?
Just trying to make them react, doing funny faces, but he's getting real close. So we're trying to, like, move him along, and I brushed one of the guards.
Oh, you made contact.
By mistake, and he stamped his feet really hard and, stand back from the king's guard! And it scared the bejeez out of me, man.
That's so silly. I think that's so silly.
Me or him?
No, the guards.
They got rules.
They got rules.
They got rules.
And they're easy to follow. Right.
And one of them, don't touch me.
Don't touch him.
Yeah.
Right. And I made the mistake, but he stamped it, and the way he screamed it in that British, stand back from the Queen's guard, just scared me to death. Right. Now he's got this bayonet pointed at me, this thing, and it's just weird.
No.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm running out of the damn room at that point.
We just kind of moved. We were bringing up the rear.
Did you apologize?
I did. He didn't hear it. He didn't care. He didn't hear anything. Yeah.
Did he go back to it?
Right back to it, like bang, and he's right back into guard mode.
Yeah.
It just freaked me out, like a mannequin coming to life, screaming at the top of his lungs and stamping his feet. Yes.
But he didn't look at you like he looked straight. When he screamed, he didn't look at you, right?
No, when he screamed, he was looking right at me. Yeah.
He did it.
Me, him, you just broke the law.
You want Cortland.
Right.
He's the guy, he's the one causing the problem.
Yes. Oh, my God. Scared me. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
All right. I got a question for you, Emily. I experienced something last night that I've seen it before, but I really tried to observe it in all of its glory last night. We'll get into it next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Took my Rotolo Chevrolet Silverado this morning, DeMarco, and it was glorious. I hadn't driven it in a couple of days. Susan's been driving it.
You stole it from your wife.
I did. I said, hey, listen, I have an issue. I'm taking the truck. And it was great. I got to start driving it every day the way that I did for forever and ever. And, of course, I got it from Rotolo Chevrolet. That's what you got to go do if you've been thinking about that new Chevy car or truck, because they've got incredible selection. They've got incredible pricing. But the customer service, you will never have a better customer service experience. I feel very confident in telling you that because they've won Dealer of the Year 13 times in a row, because it's the operating principle with Mike Capozio. You see Mike on TV. If you've turned on a sporting event in this town over the last several years, you've seen Mike Capozio with Oral. They're dancing. They're having a great time. But when you go into the store right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit in Fontana, you're going to see why they're so excited to have you out there, because you're going to have the customer service experience of a lifetime. Courteous, transparent, upfront. This is why they win year after year after year. They're going to make sure that they earn your business by you feeling great about your purchase. And when's the last time you could say that? When you went to go buy a car or a truck. So go on out, 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, Rotolo Chevrolet. You cannot miss it. And if Fontana's a little bit further than you'd like to drive, go online, RotoloChevy.com, ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
Black Friday savings start now at Cardinale Way Hyundai. These are brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid SEO convenience for just $369 a month for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Cardinale Way Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or at CardinaleWayHyundai.com. $369 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Includes 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, license, and fees. Offer available to well-qualified buyers only. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 12/2/24.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Mathew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Mathew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
We got our Week 11 picks against the spread coming up in about half an hour from right now, and I'm coming off my first victory of the season. It was a shared victory, but at least I got one. I've now
hang
brought
the
it
banner.
within I need a banner at this point. I've had no success to speak of. When are you leaving for Boston?
We are leaving Saturday morning.
Saturday
9.
Shipping up to Boston?
Yeah, Saturday 9. It says switch your watch forward 3 hours. We land at 6.
Okay. Oh, that's a full day.
That's a full day.
That's a full day.
Yeah, but I like those.
Way in a pocket
Freedom
car.
Trail?
Say again?
You going to hit the Freedom Trail when you get to Boston? You ever done that?
Nope. On Saturday?
Yeah.
No training.
Okay.
Yeah. Sunday?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well,
that'll be a 10-mile day.
Sunday, you guys have a game early, back on the plane and come home.
So workout in the morning, game walk, that'll be 10 miles.
You don't go see the Old North Church or Paul Revere's house?
Nah, I'm not hanging out in Boston.
Fennel Hall?
No.
Faneuil Hall's a good one?
No, I'm good.
I thought it was Fennel Hall.
You might be right. I could be wrong. Yeah.
Is that the spice? Or?
But it's
It's F-E-N-U-I.
I thought it's Faneuil, but I don't really know.
I have zero desire to tour Boston.
Really?
At all. Yeah.
Well, so I've done it a couple of times. It's super fun. It really, truly is. It's a very cool place to see. You get to see Paul Revere's house. There's a lot of history there.
Okay.
People were so little.
Like they're small people?
Like the doorways to enter.
Oh, you mean back then?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I thought you meant people in Boston now.
No. Like the what's the word I went? The people that came over.
Pilgrims.
The pilgrims. The pilgrims. Thank you. Like the structures they built at that time in history. Like the biggest person was 5'4".
They're tiny.
My parents' TV wouldn't even be in the room.
No, they couldn't turn the channel. They'd have to build a ladder out of sticks and mud to get up there. They're so teeny.
I would love to. I know they have a good bar scene. I'm just afraid it'll be like House of Pain.
Go to Fenway.
See,
Fenway's
no, that's too many. That's too many of them in one spot.
What do you mean?
The Sox.
Oh,
go Sox.
Patriots.
Tom Brady. No,
you suck.
They're a very specific group of
Duncan.
They need to win this weekend, by the way. Because if the Rams lose to the I did my Locked On podcast yesterday with the Patriots guy, and he said it out loud. They're 3-7, I think.
Yes,
or maybe 3-6. I don't know if they've had their bye yet. They have 3 wins. Is the point? The Rams have 4, and I think about the Rams being in a far more advantageous position than the Patriots. They really aren't. They're kind of in the same group. I know they're on opposite ends of the draw, but. You've
got one more win than they do.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. And if this game goes the way that I don't want it to, and the Rams lose this game, now your season just takes a wild left turn into a place that I didn't think we were going to get to this early in the year.
True. And look, we call games. So when we say the Rams are the better team, usually we're right, and we're saying things that are true. Right now, they have 3 wins, you have 4.
Yeah.
There is no better team. We're going to find out on game day. You know what I mean? I think I like the names better over here.
That's what it is.
Yes.
And I like the coach better over here.
But it's all about how you play on game day.
Mm-hmm.
If the Rams played better against Miami, just played better, eliminated some of those mistakes, you probably beat the Dolphins. You probably beat Chicago. You probably beat Green Bay. Can you say those teams are better than the Rams? Man for man? Probably not.
Probably not.
But they played better than you did.
Yeah, and we're at the point of the season where it's difficult to say, well, it's like, nah, it's week 11. Like, this is kind of who you are.
It
right?
is.
It's not going to change dramatically. Like when they came out of their bye last year, they're 3-6, but there were some very good indicators on the horizon. Number one, Matthew Stafford was coming back, right? So he's coming back. He had a week to get, he basically missed 3 weeks, but only missed 1 game because the bye fell in there.
Right.
It was like a long week and some other stuff. So he comes back, and you had a couple of soft spots that you won, and then all of a sudden there was a little bit of momentum. The Rams this season have been up and down, and okay, they beat the Raiders. They won that game. They didn't look very good.
Yeah.
Then they looked pretty darn good against the Vikings. And then against Seattle, they looked okay, but Seattle's not very. They've just been all over the map.
place.
I don't know what to expect from them on Sunday.
Well, that's to your point. You're no different than New England, who you would consider one of the worst teams in the league.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So you've got one more win than them. So it's all about how you play on game day.
I know,
but I do know this: New England is going to come out running.
Yeah,
they are going to come out running the football and trying to test you that way because I think that's their best path to win.
I know that athletes hate this question. I know that coaches really hate this question. But if you don't win this week, and you know that the playoffs go right now, they're in slim territory, And
Keep
you're,
going.
you're entering into no territory.
I think I know where you're going, yeah.
At what point do you start saying, look, I got to start getting ready for what's next?
Let me head you off at the pass. Before, if the math gets to 0, Garoppolo time.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. If the math gets to 0, you've got no shot at the postseason. Garoppolo time. Why put Stafford out there? What's the point?
To try to win that particular game.
But that doesn't matter. If you're out of the playoffs, it doesn't matter. What's the point? So you might as well protect him and let him sit and see what you got in Garoppolo, because you're going to have to make decisions about next year. The season is right now. Your playoff hopes are alive. That's your career.
You think that once they're mathematically eliminated, that literally the chance is 0. There is no path to the postseason that Jimmy G's your quarterback at that point?
If you miss the playoffs, right, what's the point in bringing Stafford back?
Well, okay, to win, number one, and for the rest of the team, he's your best player at that position.
I think
to put your best foot forward.
You push your rebuild off a year and a half. You've done a great job holding that off. But if you miss the playoffs again...
I guess if you really think that Jimmy Garoppolo is potentially part of your rebuild, then maybe you take a look.
You don't even know what you have in him because Stafford's playing every snap. That's what I'm saying. So once the playoffs are off the table, you might as well see what you have in him. He may be the guy for next year. Because it probably won't be Matthew Stafford at that price. That's what I'm saying.
I hate that conversation.
Why?
I really do. Just because
it's reality. It's ball, man.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's.
And I love Stafford. I'd love to have that guy for the next 5 years. But if you miss,
I understand the reality of it. But the operating principle for me for the Rams, really, since he got here, since they made the Goff trade for Stafford, has been you always got a chance for 2 very specific reasons.
Stafford and
McVay.
Right.
If Stafford is no longer here, now all of a sudden it's like, okay, I know we got the coach, but do you have the quarterback, and what does that look like? And that it's already kind of understood that he's not going to be here beyond this season unless something really weird happens.
Of the 3 quarterbacks you have, okay, Stafford you'd prefer. I think you know about Stetson Bennett now.
I feel good about that.
The only one you don't know about is Jimmy Garoppolo in this offense. And who knows? That's what I'm saying. So once the playoffs are off the table, I might start playing Garoppolo to see what I have. Because what if you start winning with him? What if it starts to look good? What if the offense starts to flow with Jimmy Garoppolo?
In what world is a Jimmy G-led team better than the Matthew Stafford-led team with the same players?
I have no idea, but that's what. Once the playoffs are off the table, Matthew is the starter. He's the leader of this football team. He's trying to win you a Super Bowl. Once that is mathematically to 0, there's no shot. Why not see what Garoppolo's got?
Are you doing that as a favor to him so he can go somewhere else next year and he's healthy?
Who, Stafford?
Yeah. Because
it's business at that point.
I get it.
You got to protect the team.
But if he's leaving anyway,
you got to protect, and he could retire at the end of the year.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I've always you're going to try to win because it's pro sports. You want to win, but I understand preparing for the future. But to just run up the white flag like that would feel weird.
What's the point in riding them out if you're out of the playoffs?
Because I know I'm repeating myself. It gives you a better chance to win that Sunday. That's why.
And if the playoffs are off the table, who cares?
I guess.
Yeah.
And well, you know what could also be true?
What?
The opposite. That you don't want to win.
No, they do want to win. I do know they want to win.
But see,
bad.
these are contradictory thoughts, right?
He's going to ride it out as long as he can, and it's up to Matthew Stafford.
No, but
you can't be losing to Miami. That's
I hear
the
you.
best way I can say it. If I'm pointing
but hold
at
on,
him,
stay on the point.
Yeah,
that if once we're out, let's be way out. I'd rather pick 5th than 10th.
Well, that means
so that's my point.
What, you're going to trot out Stetson Bennett?
No, what I'm saying is if we're not
because that's a good way to move up the draft.
If it doesn't matter if we win or lose, and we're going to put our best player or our best player at this position on the bench.
Well, to your conversation
let's
yesterday,
pick 5th, not 10th.
Sam Darnold or Garoppolo as your starter next season.
You ask me who I'd prefer?
Right.
I prefer to keep shopping in the store.
Okay, but if that were your only choices.
The asteroid.
Then let me see what Garoppolo's got.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And you might move up a few picks in the process, as opposed to running Stafford out. Stafford's going to...
Or you might find your next guy. Who's well, I was going to say, who's a better quarterback, Garoppolo or Goff?
Oh, Goff.
By a long shot?
I think so.
On a loaded football team, sure. But I'm talking from scratch, or put Goff in this scenario.
I think the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't beat out the Gardner Minshews of the world, and that's not a feather in his cap. I'm not saying
I think
that
the Raiders were a mess. I don't think it was all him.
They may be, and it may not be
when
all
he was
of him.
Yeah,
but I don't know. That the Niners very quickly, when they had Purdy, let's go here.
I think that's the point.
Jimmy
I need
G's
to see
not a
what Jimmy
spring
G
chicken. He's 33.
But I need to see what he can do. I need to see what he can do in this offense.
He's 3 years
like
younger
I said,
than Matthew.
When the playoffs are done, if that's what happens, then Jimmy G time for me.
Yeah. I don't hate the Jimmy G idea because I think it gets you where you want to go quicker. The last thing I need is for Matthew Stafford to beat the Saints or to beat the Seattle Seahawks one more time. And, hey, we're going to pick 8th. No, now you're picking 14th. Rather pick 8th, right? I think
Jimmy G time, right?
I think that is why you play Jimmy G more than trying to. I bet you if you
either way, it's the same thing.
Yeah, if you shot Sean McVay in the neck with truth serum, right? You got a dart in your neck moment, that moment.
Yeah.
I think he probably knows what Jimmy G has or doesn't have.
You know what? I would love to see him in this offense.
Yeah.
Okay, better question. Jimmy G or Baker Mayfield?
Mayfield.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, heck no. No.
Why?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Absolutely not. I told you I love everything about him except when the ball leaves his hand.
But why?
Except when the ball leaves his hand. Because I'm not sure what this kid's going to give you week in and week out.
He wins way more than he loses.
So does Jimmy G.
Not with the Raiders, he didn't.
Well, that one stop and they were a mess.
I get.
He did take a team to the Super Bowl.
Mayfield has a skill set.
Didn't he take a team to a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And without a power outage, they probably win that game.
No, that was Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, that was Kaepernick. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But I'll take Mayfield in that situation.
You would? Okay.
Yeah,
I think
would.
I'd
Didn't
beat you
Jimmy
with
G
Garoppolo.
miss the wide open receiver down the field?
I thought you liked Garoppolo. I thought you
think
liked
he's
Jimmy
attractive.
G.
You understand that she's not breaking down his
I thought
footwork,
you liked
right?
Jimmy G.
I like his
I
face.
still would like to see him in this offense with a full week to prepare.
If he has a helmet on, I can't see
That
his
was
face.
Cap.
That's right. You just put the baseball cap on along the way. Shams has got some things to say about the Lakers. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Here we go. This is your cue to call. On a Cosm Ticket Thursday, caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN. You win tomorrow night at Cosm for the NBA Cup. A pair of general admission tickets to watch Minnesota, Sacramento in shared reality. Plus Beto Duran and ESPN LA. We're going to be in the house, in the hall for Lakers Spurs. That's what they call it, the hall. Caller number 7 right now on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Let me hear your Mahomes, Mason.
I don't have one.
Oh.
Kermit the Frog here.
Oh, that was good.
That wasn't terrible.
Great.
Yeah, no, Greg, you've got Kermit the Frog down. Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah, that's very good.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
John Ireland here. Let's talk about your smile and how to get you a brighter, healthier smile. Beverly Hills Orthodontics. Dr. Monica Madden, a top 1% Diamond Invisalign provider. Your smile is in expert hands. They have 4 locations, Beverly Hills, Studio City, Alhambra, and downtown LA. So check them out today at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com or call 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736, 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
When do we start to care about the Cleveland Cavaliers? They're 13-0.
Now? I mean, you could always watch them for Donovan Mitchell if you enjoy that sort of thing.
Do you think they're going to win an NBA championship? Like, this is what I mean. Like, the Warriors, like these straight 13-0, it's like in the we're entering into best starts of season territory.
I don't fear the East.
Neither do
the
I.
West
don't fear
is where
them.
I don't fear the East. I don't fear them. I'm with you, but I wouldn't be surprised if they made it. Yeah,
I know they're far away from this, but what's the Lakers' consecutive game winning streak?
33.
I know they're very far. So if they even get close to that.
We've seen 2 teams in our lifetime, DeMarco, and get close. The Heat got into the 20s, and the Rockets got into the 20s.
Win streaks?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the 20s is a good, everyone needs to watch every game.
Once you get to 20, it's like, this is extraordinary. This is a really great start, but and if it were Oklahoma City, right? If it Oklahoma City or the Celtics or pick Denver's not the team they were
the
a
Warriors.
few years ago. The Warriors back. This feels like a pretty good team that's off to a great start. That just whatever. It'll be a note on the scroll at the bottom of your screen. You're like, oh, they finally lost, but it's not. It's not going to move you. Like, wait, what? Not one of those moments.
Once it gets to 20, is it kind of like a waiting
Check
for
it
this
out.
home run?
You kind of pay attention.
Yeah.
Are
That's
there
when
any
you
football streaks.
As far like win streaks,
Like I'm just
the 72 Dolphins.
Like,
everybody's still chasing.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody's still chasing that one. The Patriots almost had it. I mean, it's old.
One crazy catch on top of the helmet.
No one cares, but when you get to like 13-0, then it starts coming up.
I mean, the Chiefs haven't lost in almost a year.
Yeah,
which
I know.
Is crazy to think about.
And it's ugly wins too. It's not even pretty yet.
It's
like
not.
scramble wins. Do you know Jason Tatum's averaging 30 points a game? It's
pretty good.
I mean, wow.
Not good enough to make the Olympic team. Or
He was on the Olympic. Jalen Brown. He's averaging 25 and didn't make the Olympic team. Well,
what did Shams say about the Lakers, Em?
All right, so I'm going to play this for you. It's from the first take, and he was talking to Stephen A. about Lakers game last night, the win against the Grizzlies. But also he said some things about the future for LeBron and the ceiling for this year's Lakers team. So this is Shams on First Take.
Both of them are on their A game, and if they're healthy, this team has a chance 1,000%. We're never going to see...
Has a chance for what?
To compete for a championship. Okay. You think about they made it to the Western Conference Finals a couple years ago. We know they won a championship together as a duo in the bubble that first year that LeBron was in L.A. We're never going to see this again. Stephen A., this man is about to be 40 years old next month. His best three-point percentage of his career, his best free throw percentage of his career. He's got the second most assists of his career, and that's with the lowest usage rating of his career, and that's because he's having to be around the orbit of Anthony Davis, and that's why when they brought in J.J. Redick, everyone made that a LeBron James hire, and of course, that podcast didn't hurt, but everything was centered around Anthony Davis and how would he fit into J.J. Redick's offense, and he is at the orbit of everything, and LeBron James is finding ways around that. And I found it interesting this week. He said he's not going to play until the wheels fall off, right? And my sense is next season could potentially be his last season in the NBA. Now, could he play another season after that, 2026, 27, potentially? Bryce James, his youngest son, class of 2025. Maybe Bryce James keeps him around an extra year or two. But I do think next season, All-Star game in L.A., there might be some good momentum there for that. But I think for now, this team, the way they're constructed, they need Jared Vanderbilt back. They're hopeful he's going to be back at some point soon. And they do have 2 first-round picks they can trade, too.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that, and I don't know if I agree with much of it other than LeBron could continue to play beyond next year.
And Bryce James.
Well, yeah, right. Look, wow. I agree with the idea that LeBron's not going to play until the wheels fall off. The wheels aren't shaking. The wheels are tight. It's not like Jorge's car that's falling apart before our very eyes, or my car that's got a flat tire.
Yeah, I do think he leaves before he's a year before he should. If that makes any sense.
Maybe, but
he's not going to look bad out there.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
And I don't think he ever wants to just be a guy that's floating around. I don't think...
So if the Lakers won this year, I think he'd be done.
Yeah, and if I...
You think so?
And if I win Mr. America, then I'll retire from radio. It's just never going to happen.
If they do win a championship this year, I could see LeBron saying, I'm done.
He's still too good. You know, he's still one of the 10 best players in the league. And I think that his legacy matters a great deal to him. I think he's highly aware of his legacy and what he's able to do. And he's not just – he's still one of the best players in the league. And if he could be the best player in the league at 40, 41, 42, I think he's going to go until he's clearly outside of that group of people we're talking about. So I think that could be
or until he wins again. I mean, why do it again? If you win, why do it again?
That's the part that I completely disagree with what he said. That he said, you know, if both of these guys are on their A game, they can compete for a title. Guys, we just saw it last year, and they were in 7th place. They were both on their A game last year, and they were in 7th place, and this is the same team. The Redick thing is making it a little more interesting, but not from 7th place to NBA champion.
It's 2 top 15 players, 1 guy in the top 5. You should be competing for championships.
They're
this
not.
Is enough for most teams. So I'm hoping the J.J. Redick experiment pays off. I'm hoping the others improve. And you saw improvement out of Rui last night.
Yeah,
that's the guy you need.
They're going to play again tomorrow, and he'll be AWOL again.
Well,
that's just the player.
I'm choosing to believe in J.J. Redick that you can get the most out of these guys.
The bubble that he brought up, guys, that was a million years ago.
Yeah.
That was a totally different team under totally different circumstances. That might as well be talking about the Showtime Lakers at this point. That's how
not that far.
No, it kind of is. It's a totally different team. The only thing that's the same is LeBron and AD, and they're both older. Right? And this was the reason they won in the bubble, among other reasons, was they got a 2-month break right before they had to hit the gas to play for a month. That was a very unique setup. Since then, we've seen these guys be at their best last year, and this team was okay. It was not anywhere near championship caliber.
Right.
You rolled back the same team. Now, Redick building a team that is AD-centric, okay. That could be a difference.
I think that's
kind of what we've seen.
That's where you are now. He's averaging 30. LeBron's averaging 25. Shooting the best from, like you said, from three-point land at just about 26% there. That's amazing at his age. But if you look at Cleveland's top 2 guys and Boston's top 2 guys, are you saying that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are that much better than LeBron and AD?
No, but
so if they have 2 guys that are leading them
you're
to the
leaving
top
out the
of
most
the East.
important part.
What, coaching?
No, guys 3 through 10, it's not even
well, that's
close.
That's what I'm hoping the J.J. Redick effect. I'm hoping that coaching his butt off actually takes effect with some of these guys.
So instead of, and I'll just take the 2 off instead of the next 3 through 10, J.J. can make that gap go from 10 to 8. He can coach them up, but they're not coaching up Porzingis. You're not coaching up a player like Derek White. Like you just don't have enough talent.
But to Sham's point, if these 2 guys, you can compete for a championship.
We just saw it and they didn't.
Well, that was with a different coach, different system, different everything.
Different coach,
different everything. So
that's
hopefully,
a lot of faith in old JJ.
I'm like we said to start the show. He is coaching his butt off,
and
this is what needs to happen for this club beyond AD and LeBron.
They need to improve the players on the team. This is, and not that they can't do it. Last year I was looking around like, guys, there's no path to be better than this team.
Yeah.
There was a lot of traffic on the road. This year does feel different because of AJ, that I've combined AD and JJ.
Fair enough.
But you're going to have to trade that pick. You're going to have to get somebody to take D'Lo off your hands, and you're going to have to sweeten it with the pick or whatever it may be.
I don't know who it is, but you're going to have to get help.
You're going to have to get better. You're not going to coach up the gap between players 3 through 9, and you basically play in the playoffs, 8 or maybe 9 guys. Lakers just don't have the firepower.
3 second-round picks. Go ahead. Just take them. Who cares? And get a player.
Well,
because your time is running out. You only have so much time left.
Two to tango, right?
Yeah.
If I'm on the other end, why do I want your second round? I'll take your first round picks.
I'm sure they've made phone calls and overtures, and there are teams out there ready to deal. They're going to win the deal, and the Lakers know that. I think you have to let them win the deal.
They're going to win the deal, but you got to at least get something that, at least in the short term, is pretty darn attractive.
No doubt. Yes.
So JJ's the wild card because we got the top 2 guys. Yeah, I know. You did last year, and they both played great.
I mean,
they both played great.
Top 15 guys.
They were last year, too.
Yes.
7th place. Same team.
But that was hands in pocket guy. This is different. This is out of my chair coaching, yelling at people.
So you might get him to 5th.
Yes.
Okay? There's still a long way to go.
And it was a quick exit even when they got to the series.
Yeah, there's still a very long way to go. But I'm with you. I am very bullish on JJ a long way. Our NFL picks against the spread. My comeback started last week, and we're going to keep it going. That's coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I'm gonna do it. Next Gen, right? The official AC Heat and Plumbing Company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN right now to take advantage of their $88 drain cleaning special, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your appointment online. Because here's why Next Gen's the best. Number one, they're going to get to you fast. They're going to get to you just about quicker than anybody else. They've got experts in just about anything that you need, whether it's plumbing, heating, or AC solutions, air quality solutions inside the home. Next Gen can take care of all of this stuff for you. For instance, I've had them out twice. My air conditioner was not working right. Next Gen came out. They absolutely took care of me. Water heater decides to take a you-know-what one day. Hey, Next Gen, come out and help me. They come out and they take care of me all over again. This is what Next Gen can do for you. The best in the business, backed by thousands of 5-star reviews. And I can tell you they came out and helped me on 2 different occasions as well. 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. Or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
I was watching the game, and I realized I don't know how to dap.
Yes, this did come up.
I am not good at dapping. I mean, some of these daps are so elaborate, they have to be planned out and rehearsed, do they not?
Secret handshakes.
Yeah, it is.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's Cappy. Get ready to smile every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. And if you're looking to sell your car, they'll pay you cash for it on the spot. Ocean Subaru off the 91 freeway. Visit OceanSubaruOC.com.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. Bid S37011188. MSRP $36,558. Lease for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. 0 security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/20/2024.
This is the Rams Report. Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams winning streak ends at 3 games after a 23-15 loss to the visiting Miami Dolphins. The Rams fall to 4-5 on the season. Up next, the New England Patriots in Week 11. Nothing went right for the Rams on offense. A very limited ground game, just 17 carries along the way for 70 yards. And Matthew Stafford, the yardage, not so bad. The results, not nearly good enough. 293 yards on 32 out of 46 passes passing, no touchdowns. He did have another interception for the game as well. The Rams defense did a pretty good job against the Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa, in particular against Tyreek Hill, who came in with just 3 catches for 16 yards. He did catch a touchdown, but just a 1-yarder along the way. Jared Verse, another sack, another strip sack. He continues his push to the Defensive Player of the Year award. Up next, the New England Patriots. With today's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
FX's English teacher.
Every single one of these essays is so bad.
An F? What is this?
With grades like this, I'm gonna have to hit the corner, sir.
From executive producers of What We Do in the Shadows.
Who's running the school? Is it us or is it them?
Them.
Go sit next to Tiffany.
She told me it was offensive to learn Mandarin because you're not Japanese.
FX's English teacher is now streaming on Hulu. All new Mondays on FX.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, week 11 of the NFL season. Again, just in case you have not heard us do this before, we pick our 4 games of the week against the point spread, and we rank them according to our most confident to our least confident, and they are assigned points accordingly.
And Travis always loses.
I have lost just about every week. I finally tied for the lead for at least 1 week last week with Emily. I am in last place overall, and last place overall means you have to wear a goofy costume to our lunch. I have 34 points. DeMarco, you are in third place. You've got 45.
Striking distance.
Yep. Jorge has 47, and Emily is the overall leader right now with 49 points. Is that what you have, Em?
Yes.
Okay. So here we go. DeMarco, you're going first in this one.
Shoot.
Rams at Pats. Pats are a 5-point home underdog.
I'll continue my streak of going with the Rams over the Patriots. At my 4.
At your 4.
Yes.
Rams all the way at the top.
I need the points.
Should we just pencil you in like Jorge with
Nope.
Rams at your 4?
Nope, but I need the points right now.
Okay.
And I think this is the biggest guarantee out there, so we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
M.
All right, so I'm going to also go with the Rams. I think that they have a bounce-back game. I think, like we've said all week, that I think that offensive line gets better because they have more game speed underneath them. I think that, they'll beat the Pats. The Pats aren't that good, so I have Rams at my 2, though.
Rams at 2. Jorge.
The Patriots are what, 3-8?
They are 3-win. I don't know if they
3 and
played.
7.
It's 3 and 7.
Right,
yeah.
So the Rams lost to the Bears. They lost to the Dolphins. And give me the Patriots. Give me the Patriots at my 3.
Patriots at 3.
Yeah.
I too am going to take the Rams, and it's not terribly scientific, but Sean McVay very rarely has back-to-back clunkers offensively. They usually kind of figure if they and I thought they had a super clunker last week offensively for reasons that are understandable, namely the offensive line, but I think they'll get that figured out, I think. But look, like we said, they're a 4-5 team. It's 9 weeks into the season, 9 games into the season, and kind of is what it is. They've been
playing Drake May, too.
Yeah, they've been all over the map. Emma, you're up next.
What did you put the Rams at, though?
1.
Okay, 1.
Yeah. Cincinnati at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are 1.5-point home favorites. Emily.
So I think the biggest knock on the Chargers this season is they haven't beaten that quote-unquote good team. They haven't beaten those playoff teams. They have beaten up on bad teams, which is a sign of at least a good team, at least not a terrible team. I think that this is going to be a real challenge because the Bengals will put up points. Even in losses, they will score a lot. They will put pressure on you. I don't know if the Chargers can match that, but I'm still going with my Chargers, and I'm going to go with them at my 1, though.
San Diego or L.A. at 1. Jorge.
It's a 1-point game, 1.5. Give me the Chargers. Put them at 4.
San Diego.
Yeah, let's go for it.
How many times am I going to call them San Diego? How
I don't know.
How long is this?
I don't know.
Sometimes I do it on purpose. Neither one of those were on purpose. I'm up next. I'm going to take the Bengals. The Bengals are really kind of in you got to win the rest of the games that you have a real good chance to win if they're going to make the playoffs. I love Joe Burrow. I love Jamar Chase. So give me Cincinnati at 2, DeMarco.
I think I'm going Cincinnati as well. Joe Burrow has been on a heater. 9 touchdown passes, 1 pick. I know.
And still losing.
And still losing, but not his fault. The Chargers are really good against the pass. Am I right about that? I think so. Yes, they are. 5th in the AFC in passing defense, but I'm still going to take Burrow, and I'll give him my second pick. Or number 2.
Number 2. All right, so we are on to the next game. Jorge, you're batting leadoff here. The Raiders on the road against the team that we just saw. The Miami Dolphins are at home. The Dolphins are a 7-point favorite at home against Gardner Minshew and the Raiders.
Give me the Dolphins at my 2.
Dolphins at 2. I hate this game. The Raiders are terrible. Miami is not great, but 7 points is a lot. And I hate it. Give me Miami and put them all the way up at the top. The Raiders.
As your 4?
Yeah, the Raiders are bad. The Raiders are bad. The Raiders are bad. I'm going to keep beating that drum until it's. I find the Raiders and the Chargers. I never get either one of them right. DeMarco,
I like that. The Raiders are bad. The Raiders are bad. Miami is not as bad as you think.
Nope.
That's the other part of that song.
Nope.
So I'll take Miami. And I'll put them as my 3.
Miami at 3. Am you going to make it unanimous? Or you can take the Raiders.
Welcome to Miami. But no, I'm taking Dolphins at my 4 because the Raiders are doo-doo.
Yeah,
so.
they're pretty bad football team.
Kind of scuffling.
All right, this is maybe the game of the weekend. If not, the other game of the weekend is tonight, by the way, with the Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles, which is a really good game. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. You don't get to do this very often. Pittsburgh's a good team, and they're getting points, and they're at home. Give me the Steelers at 3.
Me, I'll go Steelers as well. This will be a defensive football game. Pittsburgh has the slightly better defense.
Yeah, Baltimore's defense isn't great at all.
Yeah. I will go with Pittsburgh as my 1. I think that's fair. I saved my 1 for the toughest game.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll go Pittsburgh as my 1.
Emily?
I think that Lamar Jackson matches up terribly against the Steelers team. The Steelers have beaten Lamar Jackson almost every time they played him, and it's no matter how good the Steelers are that year, they almost always make him play poorly, and they almost always beat him. And I think it's because they know what he's going to do. When you face him 2 times every year, you know exactly where he's going, where he's going to go. He does not play well against the AFC North. He might play well. He doesn't always win. So I'm going to take the Steelers at my 3, and the Steelers are going to ride to 7-2.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Jorge.
I have my 1 left. Give me, you know what? Just Michael Thompson just texted me. He says, "Take the Ravens." That's your 1.
There you go. I can't figure Michael out because he loves Lamar until he says that Lamar sucks. Like it's very complicated with Michael and Lamar Jackson.
That game is in
Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh,
and they're getting points at home.
Renegade, my
Pittsburgh
man. Renegade.
doesn't, claim Edgar Allan Poe like everyone else does.
Yeah.
So styles make fights, right? That's the line.
Of course.
Why is the style so beneficial to the Steelers when they play the Ravens?
When you think Steelers, what's the first thing you think about?
Defense.
And what position on defense?
Linebackers.
Outside backers in particular, right? That's the Achilles heel. That's the way you stop Lamar.
By
If you
just
have
keeping
good
him in the middle of the field?
Yeah, good experienced ends that won't fall for fakes, that won't chase the football, that keep him contained, that force him to throw from the pocket where he doesn't like it. Yeah, that's why.
There's just always those weird, and this isn't weird because the Steelers are a good team, but even when the Rams, before they got going with McVay, when they still had Jeff Fisher running the show, and Seattle had the Legion of Boom, and they were one of the best teams in the whole league, the Rams always played them really tough.
Yes.
And it's just like, why and this is a Rams team that was winning 3, 4, 5 games a year, 6 games a year. Not a particularly good team, but they always played Seattle. And that's the one I always think of when you get these weird, like the Seattle Seahawks were much better than the Rams, and you knew that they had a pretty good chance of losing all those games that they played against the Rams.
Crazy. They used to go nose to nose. The year after the Super Bowl when everybody jumped on Pete Carroll for not giving Marshawn Lynch the rock. The very next season, the Rams stopped them on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
The very next time they played. So, yeah, for some reason, the Rams just always play Seattle tough.
One thing in the Ravens' favor, though, for this matchup is that Highsmith is out against the Ravens. Highsmith is kind of like the thunder and lightning with TJ Watt. So, that is one thing that's working in the Ravens' favor, but still that defense is unrelenting.
The jig is
Emily,
up,
can I
the
ask
noose
you,
is out. They finally
Styx fan?
found me. They play that in Pittsburgh.
I know. Is that Real Rock or Beavis and Butthead?
That's Real Rock.
Okay.
Man, they go berserk when they play that song. Oh my God! Have you seen that video?
I've seen a million videos of the Renegade.
When they play it in Pittsburgh and they start showing like all the Hall of Famers,
all the hits,
walking down, and it's like they're right there with you, and the place goes bonkers.
And sometimes they even double Renegade it.
Yes.
So if it's a big game, like maybe this game against the Ravens,
Like they'll play it twice during the
play
game?
it twice.
Yes.
But it's kind of the thing with the Aaron Donald thing when the Ravens play when the Rams last week played the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Is that you want to time the Aaron Donald where it's the most beneficial, like where the crowd's the most in it.
Oh, yeah.
And Renegade, they can deploy multiple times. They try not to, but it's like that's when you're like, the Steelers are moving.
We were down there years ago. I'm up in the booth calling the game, and we had one drive to win it. And then they played Renegade. So this is me and JB, or it was actually Steve. When they started playing that, this is me.
You packing up?
Packing up. We have no
They're
shot.
coming for you.
Mark's not going to make it out of this. Yeah.
Oh, this was a Mark Bulger joint?
Oh, my God. I'm so glad it's him and not me down there.
No, that's not a good deal. That's not a good deal. Emily, can I ask a question? I'm asking you preemptively not to think I'm being misogynistic or sexist or anything like that.
I will put the walls down of that.
Okay.
What are you going to say?
So my wife had a dinner party last night for her friends.
You're going there?
Lovely. Great.
It was great. I helped her get the meal ready. I was happy to do it. And,
How many people?
Including Susan, 12.
Nice.
Okay, so pretty good size group.
Yes.
Nice ladies. They're very, very nice. I like.
And
I like
everyone's around Susan's age?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Give or take. DeMarco.
Yo.
Emily. How can 12 people all talk at the same time?
Easy. Open their mouth and breathe.
But DeMarco, no one's
Push
listening.
air through the focal folds.
They have high processing skills.
No one was listening to. I'm cooking and I'm going in and out, and I'm making sure people have what they need. And I'm just trying to finish cooking so I can put all the food out on the kitchen counter, and I can go upstairs and I'll eat my own meal, and I'm going to watch the Laker game. So I'm just trying to get out. And so I do this, and I go upstairs, and my bedroom is at the top of the stairs, so I can still obviously very clearly hear them. And I'm like, I can't make out any one voice. I can just hear this cacophony of sound coming from downstairs. And so I really stopped and listened for a second. Not just like, oh, that's loud. Like I really, truly stopped. Everyone was talking at the same time. How is that possible?
Well, one, people, they have high levels of listening recognition. Like they can process things and they can multitask because women have so many wonderful properties about them. They can multitask. So they're both talking and listening. Isn't that a wonderful?
I don't think anyone was listening.
See, I think I
said 2 + 2 and you said 5
Oh,
+
you
5.
got okay.
I heard
I'm just saying. See, I have this theory. Like when this is going, these go off.
I couldn't process it.
I know it's a lot.
It was crazy to me. And I went downstairs at one point because Susan made this delicious lemon bun cake with this really. It was wonderful. So I went down and I wanted to have a slice of the cake. And so I went down and where all the food was laid out, the food they'd cleaned up a little bit at this point, right? So I go looking for the cake, and I can't find it.
Yeah.
So I poke my head into where they're all sitting and still drinking their wine and everything, and I make eye contact with Susan.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, where's the cake?" All 12 of them responded at the same time. It's like what are we doing?
Emily?
Well, and then you found out where the cake was, and you got to where you need to go.
This is why golf was invented.
Why did they all feel the need to tell me at the same time?
They're being helpful, Travis. They're trying to help you.
Yeah, it was your fault.
And you know what? Did you ask Susan if she understood everything her friends were
I haven't had the chance to debrief from the party, other than this morning we traded a few texts. Said it sounded like you guys were having a good time. She goes, "It was great. Thank you for your help." And it sounded like everyone was having fun, but I'm like, I didn't catch a word of it.
I'm sorry that they can process things pretty fast.
I guess so.
See, like when we're at his place, like we're all talking about this, and this. So I'm holding a beer, he's talking, we're looking at him. Then the next guy, Brian, he's talking. Then we're all sipping.
You're looking at him,
Brian.
Yes.
And then it goes to me, and then it goes to
You're acknowledging and absorbing what he's saying, not just.
What do you charge for your details?
Vomiting words.
Oh my gosh, guys!
Not just vomiting words.
We're processing what everyone's saying as well. We're listening. We're just filling this out. So my main criticism from people who dislike me on the show online is that I talk really fast, which is understandable. I do talk fast, but it's also only men saying that I talk fast. I don't think a single woman has ever told me that I've talked fast in the show. It's maybe because we have higher processing skills.
Maybe.
See, you brought the misogyny in. I bring the misandry in.
I was genuinely. It was.
I know
it was
what you
a
mean.
lot.
There's a lot of
It
talk.
was a lot.
A lot of talk.
And I'm glad Susan probably had fun.
It sounded like they were all having fun.
Do you have a bench press?
I do in the garage.
There you go.
Yeah,
that helps.
It's got a lot of dust on it.
Come on, just
It's
go
got a
watch
lot
a
of dust
show
on it.
upstairs.
I did. I went and watched the Lakers.
I need to pump out iron.
Clang,
Took some,
clang.
took my half of a bottle of wine up there with me, and I had a nice night.
You know, it's like, do people like?
It was
Okay,
great.
a lot of times it's like men sometimes selectively listen.
It was. Yes, we do. You know why? Because if you never pretend you hear anything, then you can always say I didn't hear it.
Bingo.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of things I hear.
Weaponized
I'm like,
incompetence.
This. Well said. Well said. What? Never mind. I can't hear you. I'll just do it myself. That's how you do it. The Dump Supercross Talk. Coming up next, it's Travis DeMarco. 710 ESPN.
And it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Listen every hour as you get your tickets to join us tomorrow night at Cosm. You'll win a pair of general admission tickets to watch Minnesota, Sacramento in shared reality, unlike anything you've ever experienced. Plus, you can hang out with Beto Duran at ESPN LA in the hall as Beto broadcasts live Lakers pregame and post. How about that? A Cosm Ticket Thursday. Just listen for the cue to call. Be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN, and you win your way in on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Otani Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Trojan fans want to go to the USC-UCLA rivalry game at the Rose Bowl? Just grab an icy cold Coors Light and visit CoorsLight.com/collegefootball. Enter the keyword SCORE, and you got a shot to win your tickets to the game. It's all thanks to our great friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of the USC Trojans on ESPN LA.
No purchase necessary. Starts 8/1/24. Ends 1/21/25 at 11:59 p.m. CT. Must be legal residents of 50 USDC, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Use keyword to get entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/collegefootball for entry instructions, keywords, odds, prizes, and restrictions. Sponsor Molson Coors Beverage Company, USA, LLC, 250 South Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, USA, 60606.
Finding the right employee for your company is tough. One wrong hire can be a major setback. You're not alone if you face this. A recent survey by Robert Half shows nearly half of hiring managers readily admit to making a bad hire. Luckily, there's a solution. With Robert Half's specialized recruiter's experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Second mention of the day for this guy.
Who?
King Charles. Turned
Again?
76th birthday today, DeMarco.
King Charles is the same age as my father?
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Beat me to it.
Yeah.
So my dad is 77.
Yeah.
Okay. My dad looks 30 years younger than this guy.
Well, he's a king, though.
And yeah, your dad is an inbred.
Whoa. Good Lord.
It's okay. We all
See,
know
you
this
did this,
about
Travis.
royalty over long periods of time.
You did this with
and
the last
there are many
segment.
generations. They breed with each other.
Emily, slow down. I can't understand you.
No,
Let me speak in words that you can understand.
Slow down. I can't understand
King
you.
Charles looks
Cousins
like
had
he's-
babies together.
He looks like he's 90-something.
Yeah. Well, he's a king, man.
He does have cancer.
It's not his-
so there's
but
that.
His mom was the queen.
But he looked 76 when he was 36.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure being king.
No, there isn't.
And he was married to
It's the exact
Diana.
opposite of that. Is there anything that's less pressure packed than being
I mean,
a royal?
You got to make decisions about
Like
people's
what?
lives. I don't know.
He does that running on a government.
He's ruling England.
Which polo pony to
Paparazzi,
take out
He's
for a
got to
ride
do all that
day?
stuff. He's got to meet with dignitaries.
Who to marry?
Yes.
He was kind of forced to marry Diana, though he wanted to marry Camilla.
Do we have caviar or do we have scones
That's
today?
a tough
That's
choice.
the hardest decision he's got to make
That's
every
a
day.
tough choice.
Do I
like,
take the yellow pony or the brown
I don't
one?
like the clothes you laid out for me. Get more.
And
See?
then he tells the valet to go do
yes,
it.
wipers.
76 years. Happy birthday there, Chuck. Good job. Be nice to that other son of yours, too.
My
it seems like he
goodness.
doesn't. He's in his feelings.
Which
a
one
little
is the
bit.
out one?
The redheaded
Harry.
kid.
Harry's
We don't like him?
out. Williams in.
I don't have an
Why
opinion
don't we
on
like
him.
Harry?
I like Harry. He's fine. I mean, he's a royal, so like,
I don't
there's
care about
probably
Harry.
things to not like about him. But in general, he is the quote unquote spare.
Can
he is
he
not
dunk?
the heir.
Can Harry dunk?
I would be surprised. If he could, I'd be super impressed. How about that?
Hit a baseball.
Yeah.
How about that?
No,
Yeah.
they're.
I think Harry was a rugby player, and
probably a
Will was a
soccer
water
kid.
polo player.
Oh.
They're both probably. They probably bet you they can ride a horse.
You think so?
Well,
I bet you they
that's what
could ride a
do
horse
also.
Yeah.
and
I
chase
think-
foxes.
the redhead one's what's his name?
Harry.
He was in the army or
Yeah, he
something.
served in
like,
the military.
He flew
Yeah,
like
military.
helicopters. or
Like
something.
army or just
Yeah.
in the army?
No, he served
like
in the military.
Like Elvis in the
England.
army?
No,
No,
like
he served
in
in the
the
military.
army.
Oh, in the army.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
He did.
You'll remember this one. 1991, Michael Jackson's Black or White music video was released. You remember that one
Of
where all
course
the
I do.
faces would morph into all the other faces?
That was awesome. Yes.
Still not the most famous Michael Jackson video.
Thriller.
Of course.
Thriller, yes.
I was trying to explain to Emily earlier today what an event it was when the Thriller video
Oh,
would come
my
on MTV
God.
when we were kids.
It was
like
awesome.
going to a movie almost, like a short movie. It's like,
Yeah.
because the video had like the actual music part of it was however long the song is.
Yeah.
But the ramp up and the ending to it was like a 15-minute movie.
It was a movie.
Short film.
Did that
Yeah.
premiere on MTV? It was
Oh,
MTV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Black and White premiered on Primetime
MTV
TV, and so did
Did it
Remember
really?
the Time. Yeah.
Remember the time with Magic Johnson and
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy? That's a good
That
one too.
premiered on, it was like Primetime TV when that video.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
Okay.
I tried to tell people, and are you a Swiftie?
Yes.
Okay. I tried to tell people Michael Jackson was 10 times more popular without social media.
And I believe
That's
it.
how big of a deal he was.
I 100% believe it.
He was unbelievable. And
Yeah.
I mean, like you think about it. There's Thriller. There's this one. There's The Man in the Mirror.
Yeah.
There's there's another, The Bad.
Okay,
right?
so I do this when I walk. I'll walk with Michael Jackson, the playlist, and I'll stop walking when I get to a song I don't know or don't like.
Oh,
You'll
yeah,
be
you're
walking
gonna be going for a while.
hours. Yes.
Bad. That was the one Scorsese, I think,
Yes.
directed. Bad.
Wesley Snipes. That
Wesley
was his first,
Snipes
his
is
first
in that?
role. Yes, that was
Yeah.
his first role. Crazy.
I mean, he's the king of pop. Like I think it's not hard to understand how big he was. I understand.
Some people don't get it. Like, this dude was the guy everywhere.
We've established that I do not pay attention to music. It's not my area of expertise, obviously. You would wait around for that video to come on.
Yes.
Like it was when we were kids, not everybody had cable TV. Like literally it hadn't come to your street yet. They hadn't laid the cable on your
Right.
street. The company had not come by. It's not that you chose not to have it. You couldn't get it.
You couldn't get it.
until they laid the cable
Yes.
down. And so the guy across town would have it. You'd ride your bike over there to see that. But you'd
Of
sit
course.
around all day waiting for it to come on.
The people across the street couldn't get it. We did, so
Yeah.
they'd have us record everything. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Including Thriller.
Hey.
What's up, Momo?
Beat It was a huge video for me.
Beat It was
Beat
another
It,
one.
yes.
Beat It was another. He had a million of them. Otani's 50-50 ball is on display in Taiwan with apparently 4 guards keeping an eye on it at all times.
Here's my idea for a movie. We make an Oceans movie about the stealing the 50-50 ball, and then Otani eventually shows up as himself at some point in time in the movie.
I like
We
it.
need an Oceans movie in regards to someone trying to steal this. Like when the baseball comes to Vegas,
I like it.
he's going to play a game, and for some reason they're also transporting his 50-50 ball.
Not as the
and
whole
they try
movie,
to get it.
but just as a way to make money so they can get the real caper. Like, let's go
Yeah,
steal
whatever
Otani's
it is.
ball.
Oh, it's like a misdirection.
Yeah, no, it's like we need this. We'll sell it, make $5 million, and then we can buy into this other one that we need.
What if Otani's the brains behind operation?
That's where I
Oh my God!
I
Steal
wanted
his own ball.
Otani in on it to steal his ball back. Yes.
Yeah, for the insurance money or something.
Yeah, no, he wanted it back, and the guy that has the ball is like shady and nefarious, and so
He hires
Shohei
Danny
decides-
Ocean. Oh,
Yes.
I like
Shohei,
it.
Brad Pitt, and George Clooney steal the ball back.
Oh my God!
Em, you're in. Write the script.
Delete
Yeah.
that.
What do we call it?
Ocean's 14.
Yeah.
All right. Ocean 17
show
because
enough?
it's
Ocean 17.
Ocean's
Oh,
50-50.
wait, there's some kind of O and like OH and then C.
Ocean.
Yeah.
Ocean. Ah, see, look at that
Something like
idea.
that, yeah.
Roll in.
Ocean 17. This time Otani
yeah.
hits back.
Producer credit. Yes.
Ocean's 50-50. There you go.
Ocean's 50-50. I like it.
I dig it. I dig it. Are your kids in LEUSD?
Yeah.
They are?
I get 7 calls a day from
Okay.
them.
They are looking to ban cell phone usage in school by
Favor of it.
February.
Yay!
I've been invited to so many. I've been invited to so many town halls and discussions about this through their automatic messaging system.
Oh.
Oh my God! Do you want to weigh in? We're having a meeting about the cell phone thing, and I'm like, and then they say if you want to just fill out a survey. I'm like, can I just click yes?
Yes or no?
Yes or no? Yes.
I don't want to do anything. I just want to say yes. No cell phones.
They're
Good.
not letting your
Kids
kid-
will go play now.
I hope so.
I'm thinking about going on a 2-week detox of all the screens.
Can you do that when your occupation?
No, not
Yeah.
no. I'm sorry for my kids.
Oh, for your kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I can do that.
like
Definitely.
just say no iPad for 2 weeks.
Is there
Yeah,
anything
It's
better?
called camping.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Go camping.
No,
Yeah.
because I think that stuff, even the good stuff, even the like Miss Rachel and the Coco Melon and the whatever,
Yeah.
I think it's too stimulating. It's
I
too
agree.
interesting. Like when we were kids, we had to wait for the commercial break to be over, and we watched 30-minute cartoons like the Smurfs or Gummy Bears, and that was
now
stimulating.
it's just nonstop.
Now
Yeah.
it's like the scroll, and if they get bored after 30 seconds, they click to the next one.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's too stimulating. Life
And
is
your
not
kids
like
have
that.
so many like fun toys to play with.
Totally.
I'm sure they'd be fine.
Go outside
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, see, my
Go
daughter.
outside. Find something. Break a window.
Your beautiful
Yeah.
garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter doesn't have that. We don't give her an
It's
iPhone
good.
or iPad. She doesn't have it. She plays with her toys. We go bike riding.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
She
Yeah.
doesn't
It's
have an
good.
iPad.
Is there anything that's more short term, like, oh no, and then like, oh yeah?
You
Then
know-
when you leave your phone behind,
Yes.
you forget your phone at home, or it doesn't happen very often.
I know.
Like, oh
but-
no, I left it.
Like
But,
you're-
oh yes.
I'm coming to work
Yeah.
the other day, and I realized I had forgotten my phone. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh no, this is great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're
no leash.
unplugged, and you
Yes.
adjust pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just slightly terrifying for a moment.
All right, how about this one?
Yeah.
The 2022 cycle of coaching hires, right? You know, every year there's
Yeah.
a
Which
handful
sport
of
are we
guys.
talking?
NFL.
Okay.
Okay.
2022.
Here's your guys that were hired to be head coaches in the
Oh, this
NFL
is
in
gonna be
2022.
good.
2
Okay.
years ago.
Matt Nagy,
Gone.
Josh McDaniels,
Gone.
Dennis Allen,
Gone.
Nathaniel Hackett,
Gone.
Mike McDaniel, good one.
Okay.
Still there.
Okay. Kevin O'Connell,
Still
Yeah.
there.
good one. Brian Dable, hanging on by his skin of his
Barely.
teeth.
Barely, yeah.
Doug Peterson, skin of his
Gonna be
teeth.
gone soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovie Smith,
Gone.
Yep.
gone. Todd Bowles.
Soon.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is a rough
Dude.
cycle.
That sounds about right though. That sounds like football. Yeah, that really
well,
does.
listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10
I was-
guys, and we got 2 good ones in there.
Telling you about Steichen in
20%.
Indianapolis. It could happen to him soon if they don't straighten this whole thing out. It's
So-
yes.
I just don't like. I do. This happens in the NBA too. Okay, this is professional sports. It's our
Yeah.
Twitter world. It's our instant gratification. But I just don't think you can really change things in a year or two if you're really trying to give somebody like a chance to change your culture. How
fast do you know when a guy is in over his head?
Pretty quick.
That's
But
why.
do they
Yeah.
have the like? I mean, I think about this all the time with guys on longer term contracts and or even, you know, when I was a player, there was a sense of like, do you have that position locked down? Is your coach going to stick with you when you go through an 0 for 10 slump?
Right.
Or are you going to get pulled out the game? If you don't get a hit this game, maybe next game you're not going to get a hit. And people behave differently when that,
of course,
when that is hanging over them. They play differently. Sometimes for the better. Sometimes it's actually better when you have that kind of pressure. But most of the time, it's not.
I think to your point that sometimes competency clearly is there. Like Sean McVay from the jump, you're like, oh, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Second
like
number one.
You could tell right away. Oh, they got one. They got a guy. The opposite's true too. Sometimes, like if you know you got a guy that's not good,
like you
let's
hired
move on
this
from
guy,
it.
he sold you a used car and you bought it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take it. Let's make it more personal. How were you on your first radio show?
Not very good.
I heard it. It was actually better than you think. It was much better than you think.
How are you on your first radio show, DeMarco?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I was deer in the headlights.
I sounded like
frozen.
I had 20 pounds of crystal meth.
Yeah.
I was going 5,000 miles
Me
an
too.
hour. Yes.
See, that's the whole
I
big
did
trick
solo
in the
too.
world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Being solo,
Oh
you have
my
a tendency to talk really fast
So
because you're
fast.
afraid of the silence.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like, oh my God.
Oh my
if-
God.
If there's silence here, that means nothing's happening.
Hilarious.
And people, I mean, that's what it is.
I don't think I took a breath for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Just filling the silence.
Okay, my first. I mean, I was sitting in your chair right there.
Wow.
And our old
You were
program
solo?
solo.
Oh, with who?
Wow.
Who was the PD?
Brawny.
Who was the PD then?
Mike Thompson.
Mike Thompson.
Yeah.
No way.
So Mike Thompson was like, "Okay, buddy, you gotta get in there and just sink or swim. That's the only way you'll know if you can do it." And I was like, "Okay," terrifying. I have not. I mean, literally, athletically, test-wise, I don't think I've ever been that nervous in my life.
Really?
I threw up 3 times the night
come
before.
on.
Literally, I don't do things like I do not
come
throw up.
on. You're a red light player.
I
Red
usually
light goes
am.
on, you're on.
This
Red
one,
light player.
I literally can just walk into any situation and just like turn the red light on and go.
Let's
You
go.
said you had some tapes when you first got started. Do you still have them?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
And I just bought a cassette recorder.
Okay.
Where did you find that?
On my list of things
Wow.
to do over the next weekend
I like it.
I'm going to go back and listen to some of my old shows.
I love it.
Wow.
How old have you? Teenager?
Some of them are from the 90s.
Okay.
Some of them are actually, they're all from the 90s, 92
It's
and
good year- good decade.
99, 2000. I've got shows from when I
Okay.
was in New York. I've not heard them in like forever.
Where were you in 92? New York?
92, I was
San Diego,
out here.
right?
Yeah,
Out
I was
here.
out here.
Oh, wow.
Starting out with
I want to hear you
Ireland.
like in Ohio.
Oh, I've got the Ohio
I
stuff.
wanna hear
I've
those.
got I got like some vintage
Okay.
89.
Ooh.
I
Can-
want
some
vintage.
Nice.
Vintage
Toledo
made.
89.
Can you
Yeah.
objectively listen to them and say, you know what? That's not bad, or is it cringy?
No, it will be cringy.
Yeah.
It will be cringy because my voice has changed over the years.
What did it sound like
course it
before?
does.
Like
Radio
I had
guy.
a very Ohio accent for most of my
Can you
years.
do it?
Can I hear it?
Your voice at
Let's hear
20
it.
is
Yeah.
different than your voice at 50.
Can you do it now? Ohio? Mace?
Mom,
Oh.
Mom, are you going to the mall?
The mall?
Wow.
You want a can of pop?
Can of
Can of pop?
Can of
Okay.
pop.
I see
Flat vowels.
Very flat vowels.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Not as bad as like Minnesota,
Nope.
where it gets really, really
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
you betcha.
Yeah,
Oh, you
definitely.
betcha.
Yeah.
So it took me a long time to get rid of my high accent. It bothered me.
I got a
Did
good
you work on
Minnesota.
When I went to New York, it covered up my Ohio
Yeah,
accent.
that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you
Did you-
adopt the New York type accent?
Hey!
Yeah, right.
I adopted the attitude, but not I
Not
didn't
the- not the
sound
voice.
like a New
Okay,
Yorker,
nice.
no.
Can you
I
do
was
it,
not
Chris
doing an
Russo?
impression.
Wow.
Can you do that?
No, that's Ireland's
You,
department.
you know what we should do?
Yeah, go fix my car.
Yes,
and do
definitely.
Supercross talk. Bob.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There it is. Come on now.
So the algorithm got me, guys, and I'm curious if it got you
What
guys as
happened?
well.
What'd you get?
Oh, this is good. Yeah.
DeMarco and I have been talking about this for about a month or so. Talking about the Mike Tyson, is it Jake Paul?
Jake
Yeah,
Paul.
Jake
Oh,
Paul.
Nevin is all in on
Friday
this. He's
night.
like, I need to
Clown
carve out
works.
time to watch it.
So
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to be another one of those goofy things that 5 minutes in, you're like, this
Yeah.
is ridiculous. Instagram got a hold of me, and they've been feeding me Tyson highlights
Really?
nonstop. And I'm
Now,
like,
why do you think it is?
Because somebody would send
everywhere.
me some stuff, and
It's
I'd look
everywhere.
at it, and they would know. And now all of a sudden, I turn around, I'm reading about it. I'm sort of
Now you're
into
like
this.
excited for
I
it?
want to see it because they've tricked me. I know it's not going to happen, but they've tricked me into thinking that might
a real
go out
fight.
there.
I
and
love that you
actually
know it's
fight
the
him.
algorithm that got you.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
It 100% got me. Are you
the
guys
algorithm
interested?
gets me on stuff. Whenever I have, I actually want to watch.
It's
Because
on Netflix.
why do
It's
you wanna
easily
watch it?
accessible. Yeah.
It's a curiosity. I'm a '90s kid. I watch Tyson.
You want
Do
to see
you think it'll
Tyson
be a
knock
real
this kid
fight?
out?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
do.
You think
Listen.
Tyson will knock the kid out?
He
You want to
might.
see that?
He might.
See, I think it's.
I think he's a pretty good boxer. I think
what
Jake Paul's a
wonder
pretty good boxer.
Is it rigged?
That's what he says.
Is it?
I don't think it's
predetermined?
rigged. I
That's
think
what
Mike's
I
going out
worry
to
about.
win. He's just 58.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Look,
I don't.
I think if
yeah.
he hits him early, if he catches him early, he can knock him out. But after about 2 minutes, he's going to be gassed.
There's
What?
well,
It's
2-minute
2-minute rounds.
Oh,
Yeah, 8 2-minute rounds.
I think how many rounds do you think he can make it through at age 58?
Tyson, all of them.
At
8 2-minute
58?
rounds. Eight 2-minute rounds is easy for him.
Because I'm in fairly good shape at this point. I would be tired after a 1 minute round.
Sure.
Have you ever been in a boxing round? Have you ever done
Sometimes
real
holding
boxing?
your hands up and throwing
Oh,
punches
my
for
God.
a minute is hard.
Yeah.
But Mace, I'm with you. I have a feeling this is one of these. Hey, let's go get rich together. Let's go take a payday
Nobody get
together.
hurt.
The one thing with Tyson's style, right? If he's playing not to knock the guy out, it's going to be so obvious.
Yeah, but
that's
what
my
is
fear.
his-
So
That's
obvious.
my
What
fear.
is
Yeah.
his style anymore?
Come forward,
Yeah, but
destroyer.
What?
Come forward, peekaboo style.
It's been a long time. Is his style the same as
He's
it
muscle
was?
memory, dude.
He's short. He's a peekaboo dude. He's coming in. He's like
Yeah.
a metronome. He's
Yeah.
coming
You're
to knock
going to
you out.
know 45 seconds into this whether it's real
Whether
or
he
not.
wants
Remember
to win or
when
not.
he
Yeah.
fought Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
And I felt like they were both holding. It wasn't. They hold
Wait.
each other up.
Who fought? McGregor.
Mayweather.
Oh,
Yeah.
he fought the brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Logan, the other
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
My hope is
I get those two
that
confused.
Mike
Yeah,
goes Mike. That he gets in the ring,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
he has a Mike Tyson moment. Like
Yep.
he forgot that we agreed to do the thing, and he
Bites
starts
his ear and
fighting.
stuff?
well, no, he pops
Just
him
knocks
with
him
a
in the next
real
week.
Yes.
Mike.
Yeah.
That's my hope, and
Please
that's why
end this clown show.
if
I'm
this,
watching. I'm gonna watch it.
Me too. It's on
too.
Netflix.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
the
it's
most
on Netflix.
accessible
Free-ish.
fight ever. It's right there. Click. Turn
I
on
already
Netflix.
pay for it.
Yeah.
So I might as well.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You might as well
Yeah.
watch it.
yeah.
And I'm sure it'll be something that we talk about.
It'll be a
I
spectacle.
mean, the truth is, I don't really like to watch people get knocked out, but these people are making a lot of money to do this, and I'm okay with that.
We come in on Monday morning.
Yes.
And we're sitting here. We're talking about we
yeah.
should have known better, man. That wasn't
no.
a real
Yeah,
fight.
probably.
Or
See,
can you
I'll
believe
take
that
the other
Mike
bet.
actually crushed that
Yeah.
I
kid?
think we're going to be there.
I
I think
hope
we're going to
so.
be there, and Mike ends this.
Are we unanimously rooting for Mike?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a turnaround,
100%.
right?
Nobody's on the Paul train, right?
No. Although I kind of have grown fonder of him and his brother too, because
Why?
I find them to I feel like they get it. I
Get
feel
what?
like they
Get what?
get who they are. They get
Oh,
what
they
they
lean into
are.
it, yeah.
They're not delusional. They lean into it. They understand this is just entertainment.
I got to say,
Like-
his brother is a great wrestler. He really is.
Yeah, and they also
Logan
do train.
Paul.
They're not
Logan
like
Paul's a
total
good
jokes
wrestler.
as athletes. Like they train. They're
Fantastic.
okay.
Yes.
They do train, but they also, to your point, DeMarco's brought this up a few times. Like if he beats Tyson, then a real heavyweight should say, okay, I'll fight you now. He's never going to
No.
fight somebody that can hurt him for real.
For real, yeah.
For real. Now, Mike Tyson can clearly hurt him. If
Yeah.
they were just... They
Like a
bumped into
young
each
guy
other in the
his age.
street and got in
Yeah.
an argument and they started fighting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mike would murder him.
Yeah. The thing
That's-
about
but I
these
don't think
kind
you're
of
gonna
fights,
get that.
I don't need to see them all the time. Like once every 4 years, I'm going to get interested. But the celebrity
In
fights,
sideshow fights or
the
real fights?
sideshow fights.
This is a sideshow fight.
Yeah,
Real fights,
sideshow
yes.
fights. Like once every couple years, I'll be interested.
So if he knocks Mike out, then the heavyweights of today should call him out.
Yes.
If you knock out Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
then
But it's
Tyson
a
Fury should call you out.
58-year-old Mike Tyson.
But I'm just saying,
58 years old.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury is
He's in
named
pretty
after
good
Mike
shape.
Tyson.
I understand.
Yes. So
but
if he knocks him out,
Tyson
you
Fury
should,
would
By the
destroy
way, do
him.
we know
Then-
that Mike
Yes.
Tyson's in great shape?
he is in great
He's in
shape.
pretty
Is
good
he in
shape.
great
He's
shape?
From what we've
he
seen
looks
on the algo.
phenomenal shape. Yes.
So I've seen him
See,
training.
I'm not getting any of this algo.
Are you-
Oh,
action.
click on it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
click
get
on it.
any algo action.
You
He
will
is
now.
for a 58-year-old man,
Yeah.
he is in exquisite shape.
He's got abs.
He's got abs. He's fast. Now, how long he's fast, I don't know.
He just
Ramona's
fought
point,
Roy Jones.
He
Yeah.
may be fast for 20 seconds and then have his tongue hanging out
Right,
because the
right.
videos don't last much
And the
beyond
other
that.
side, Jake Paul right now is huge. Like he is really, really big. big. So he is training to knock Mike Tyson
Momo is
out.
showing me her algo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
It's
now
everywhere.
you're going to get it. It's going to be everywhere.
Okay.
See?
Jack
We're even
Frost,
talking about it.
Mike
I
Tyson.
can't wait.
Yeah, no,
Me
Jake
either.
looks big.
It's gonna be
Mace,
fun.
did you cover a lot of the Tyson fight? Because I remember we would go up with Rome, and I feel like I saw you guys there.
We did a bunch of those.
Yeah.
Back in the day, boxing, they used to fly us in.
Used
and
to put you up for a
they'd
week.
Put you up and the weigh-ins and all
I
that
went
stuff.
with you a couple times.
Don King.
Did you
rolling
enjoy it?
around. Yeah, I mean, the spectacle of it was pretty fun.
I'll be honest. I absolutely loved it.
Yes.
Like,
It was
of
fun.
all the things that we've been, all of us have been lucky enough to go to Super Bowls, World Series, like a fight is like nothing
in
else.
Vegas.
There's nothing else like it when
Yeah.
two guys, and assuming it's a real fight, that's something bad could happen, and there's some energy in the air that you do not get at a basketball or baseball
There
game.
was a very famous day at one of those fights, and generally speaking, I'm an incredibly fashionable guy now.
Clearly.
Yes.
Even this is
Even
like
right
90s
now,
grunge.
flannel with the Dodgers.
So,
Yeah, it's like-
I went.
It's very
I used to
grunge.
be a really, really bigger slob than
You-
even you
you
could
dress for
imagine.
comfort.
Yes.
I can imagine.
So I showed up. I showed up at one of these fight things the day where you broadcast, and we had both Colin Cowherd and Jim Lampley on the show
Okay.
that day. So Lampley said, "Mace, you always look like an unmade bed." Wow. Colin Cowherd followed up with, "Mace, you look like a flood victim." It's just a great line.
That is
great
good.
line.
That is
Yeah.
good craftsmanship. That is just really.
Like an unmade
Okay, if you
bed.
close your eyes and say, "What does a flood victim look like?"
That was me.
Yeah.
That
Don't
was
even
me on
close.
that day.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Mike, show up and fight this guy
yeah,
and make
let's
it
go,
interesting,
Mike.
and let's make
Unmade bed.
let's feel like
Unmade
we're
bed.
in the '90s all over again. Super Crosstalks brought to you by In and Out. In and Out. That's what a hamburger's all about.
And it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Listen every hour as